The cigar?
You don't like it?
No, I don't.
What is it?
It's an acid cigar. It was free, so I wasn't going to complain about it.
I feel like acid.
Yeah.
Maybe
It's burning my face.
right. Yeah.
No, it's
Disintegrating my lungs.
It's actually
from the
laced with
inside.
PCP.
it's one
Yeah.
of those infused
Yeah.
cigars. They
He's
do
gonna be
like all
tripping
the,
balls and forth.
like infused tobaccos, so it's like this one's really sweet.
It was really sweet, but also like half of my face melted. So like I don't know, I'm like iffy on it.
6.5 out of 10. Would not smoke.
Would not smoke.
Yeah, this is not great, but it was free, so
You know what they say, Chris? Don't look at gift horse and the cigar.
That's what they say.
don't shove a cigar in a
Into your
gift horse.
I don't know. This acid
Bill
cigar.
Clinton story.
It's like they always say, yeah, don't shove a free cigar up a horse's ass.
I'm not such a big fan of this acid cigar. You want to try Hit Fozzie Bear from the Muppets?
And Buzz Lightyear.
This thing sucks. Waka waka.
Yeah, I knew you'd agree with me, Fozzie.
If you'll excuse me, I need to go for a swim.
Yeah, remind me what that is.
Huh?
That thing. That's a thing, right?
What's that thing?
Well, the closest thing would be
It's Salvia Eric.
Salvia Eric.
I need to go to space.
Excuse me. I need to go into
Go into
space.
space now.
Go to space.
I need to watch his videos more often.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Big
Yeah.
money. Salvia.
I used to watch all of them, and then I stopped for some reason.
We can watch. We can watch some after the thing.
Yeah, we could.
do- We could do that.
But first, we need to take a hit of our salvia.
Going to space now.
Normally not supposed to hold your salvia for so long. Because it makes you trip into space.
Episode 55.
55?
55.
Is it only 55? I
Yep.
feel like it's more than that.
It's 55.
It's season 2, episode 24.
season.
Also,
French fries.
also episode 55 overall.
Wait, if it's episode 24, does that mean that everything that happens during the course of the episode is
In real time.
In real time? Yeah.
Dink, dink,
Right.
dink, boom. Yeah. God.
At 6:37 p.m.
Hey, Kiefer, you a pirate, man. That would explain everything.
What is the context of that video? Was he just super hammered?
He's just hammered at a Christmas party, and then he runs. Have you ever seen this?
No.
It's just Kiefer Sutherland drunk at a Christmas party, and the guy filming comes up to him and says, "Hey, Kiefer, you a pirate, man?" And he turns and goes, "That would explain everything," and then runs off and tackles a Christmas tree. Presumably because it was a terrorist.
I already like Kiefer Sutherland way more than I used to. Yeah.
It's enough to make you go, he might be all right.
He might be all right.
He might be all right.
And his name's Kiefer, so.
Right?
Kiefer.
I feel like that. I thought originally that would be like a reference to his voice work in Metal Gear Solid 5, where he wears an eye patch.
Oh, no.
Eye patch, man.
No,
Eye
you know, because it was before
Well, the eye patch
that was a
patch.
thing.
Where the funky eye patch.
Got you waiting, huh? I didn't mind his voice work, but I mean, I miss David Hayter.
Yeah.
I miss Bill Hader.
I was a lot better.
Oh, Bill Hader would be a great.
Bill Hader is solid snake.
Yes.
Bill Hader's. Well, I hear you've got a Metal Gear stored somewhere in here.
You guys have a Metal Gear somewhere?
You guys have one of those Metal Gears somewhere?
I don't really know what I'm doing.
I gotta be honest with you. I actually smuggled these cigarettes out in my stomach.
What if it's just his character from Barry in Metal Gear? Yeah.
It's kind of like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, maybe I'm crazy. Take a hit of that and tell me if you like it.
The espionage community's hottest club is Shadow Moses Island.
Yes.
It has everything. I don't hate this.
It has.
Do you want that? Because I hate that.
You really hate this?
I really don't like
It
that
has
at all.
everything. Psychic BDSM enthusiasts, a giant Indian piloting a tank,
You get that, like,
and your
it's
own
infused,
clone
right?
twin brother.
So the tip is like real sweet.
A little bit. I'm not that crazy about it, but I don't hate it.
Okay, I don't like that at all.
No?
No.
All right.
If you want it, it's yours.
See, the thing is, I also don't want it.
It's not. I mean, like I'm gonna give this a little bit longer, and if I don't like it, it's going in the garbage.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. It is not great.
This is real life.
It's what's going in the garbage.
Well, make sure
relationship.
Make sure at least it's like
a relationship with another human.
But I feel like I was just gonna
Going in
like
the
put some
garbage.
kindling in there with it. And
yesterday's newspaper.
Yeah, right.
So hey, are we starting?
We're gonna start. I'm gonna
we
go
rolling?
back. I think we're rolling.
Okay.
Yeah, I think all of that is worth keeping though, because
All of it?
most of it.
I mean, you just kind of want to go like right from here. We could do that.
We could do that. Do you,
Can we do that?
do you want to do that?
I mean, I guess so.
We could just go right from here. All right.
Fuck it.
We'll put
Fuck it.
Let's put
Fuck
the-
it.
Maybe we can put the intermission music in there and then like come back and
Like a cold
and,
open?
and it'll
Or we could just throw the intro right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like right in this spot.
right. Yeah.
In this very spot.
Can we just talk over the intro while the acoustic is
Oh
playing?
yeah, people are gonna love that.
Yeah,
I
let's
think
just-
that'll go really well.
All right, so here it is, right here, intro music.
Yeah, and we're gonna talk over it. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's
right.
the whole point.
Hey, make a mark there so we know to put the.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
make sure that
Probably
you
a
do
good
make
idea.
a mark there so we don't.
I did. I did it.
accidentally, Yeah.
Cool. Everybody's gonna love.
Yeah,
this.
how long do we have to talk over it?
Hey, welcome.
Everybody, welcome. Welcome to the.
Welcome to the Three Dudes Show.
Yeah, we
Cold
probably
open
can't
extraordinary.
actually talk over it.
Yeah, no, we can.
Why,
Yeah, we'll
we
figure it out.
can't?
Probably
Can,
not.
can we not?
We cannot.
We
Are
could
you sure
not.
we can't just edit another
We
track?
could.
What if we did?
But we won't.
No, we will.
We're not gonna do that.
Yeah, we are. I don't give
We're
a
probably
fuck.
doing it right now.
We are doing it.
no.
Are you implying
Why
the show
would I
has
do that?
Why would I do
standards?
that? I don't give a fuck about these people.
So anyway, welcome.
If you're listening, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
This is off to a great start.
Yes.
Rousing
It is-
success.
It is season 2, episode 24, which makes us number 55 in total.
Yes, right.
55.
55. I know
schwab.
how to count all the way to 55. And I will
can
tell
show
you
you.
how to do it
Faster than you can say, poop-de poop-de pantses. Are you ready, baby?
I thought I repressed this.
Now,
No, it's in my head forever.
Group X will never,
Schwam.
never leave me for one.
Do
Two and a
it.
half.
7.
14.
21.
27. Half. 27. 37. What you say?
Chickadee schwa, 55.
Chicken-ish, well,
55.
Chicken-ish, what it is, 55. Okay, the coffee is clearly
It's
Kicking
helping.
in?
influencing my behavior.
It's helping.
Kicking in.
I think so.
It's
What,
helping.
this is
what,
the in, and what you're doing is you're kicking. You're kicking in.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Lord.
Complete and literal monster.
Hey, it's Ben's.
It's
Ben?
It's Ben.
Yeah, it's Ben.
It's Ben. It's my episode today.
Yes, he has.
I've got a topic or two for you that I hope everyone's gonna dig. Today we have
forgot my shovel.
a special variant of reality or bullshit that we'll get to later.
Oh,
We
my-
didn't even mention our
I know.
guest.
Yeah, we have a guest.
We-
We have
yes,
not only
we
a
have-
special variant, but a special guest.
We didn't even mention our guests, and we're not going to. So who's
Yeah, it's
fucked
fine.
and what?
Right. If you haven't figured it out by now, then
Yeah.
you don't listen to the show.
Excuse me.
Regular listeners will remember Dan.
Hi.
Dan is back.
I think I was saying the last time you had an episode, Ben.
Wait,
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
It was
That's
also.
weird.
It was also my topic.
why do you have to be extra disgusting?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. I want to let you know. I listened back to the last episode where
Yeah.
I had that crazy Morty burp.
That was really funny.
Really,
Yeah.
really funny.
Yeah.
Really
The,
good.
the thing is, Ben's trying to hold the show
Exactly.
together.
The funniest part about that is you paused for like 5 solid seconds and then continued saying what you were saying, and just you just held it together.
Someone
Fancy.
has to hold this fucking show together.
That's professionalism.
That's
called
right.
Professionalism.
Is it?
Well, welcome back, Dan.
Professional.
Hi.
Hi, Dan.
Welcome back.
Glad to be here.
I'm glad that you're here.
I just showed up again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he just
Yeah.
felt like it.
I did feel like it.
He just showed up politely with a knife and threatened, our lives if
was
we
a
didn't
fork
get on the
knife.
show. It was
Yeah.
a fork knife.
Yeah.
You all know what that is.
Yeah, of course.
It's like a spork, but with a knife on the side of it.
Yeah.
So
There's
Spork knife.
Working,
Spork knife.
yeah, we're working towards a grand unified theory of cutlery.
Oh man,
I
wouldn't that be great?
Finally, it took us this long.
You know, it just dawned on me it will never work. Because you don't
Spork
want to
knife?
put a knife into your mouth.
Well, no, you
don't?
put it on the other
I
end.
do.
You want to know how I got these
The,
scars?
the knife goes on the other end.
Then you've got to hold it by the knife.
No, you don't. You just extend the thing. You make it longer.
That's what she said.
Because people hold it like this. You know, you're not going to be like the knife's going to be up here. It's not going to be
Wait
like.
a minute. So you're saying you hold it here, spork's over on one end, knife is back here.
No,
the
the
hands
knife-
are in the
oh.
middle.
Yeah.
But then you're just kind of twirling a knife around.
That sounds great.
Yeah, you just.
What if you go and just nick your face?
Oh,
with a
good.
butter knife? Are you?
Yeah, you're right. It's not that sharp.
Right.
I'm picturing a really sharp knife.
No, not like a
As you should
steak
be.
knife. Not like a.
Spork knife.
I would feel like a spork knife wouldn't fuck around with
No,
it.
I prefer
probably
pube
not.
G.
Yeah.
What?
PUBG
Pube G.
Pube G
Pube
versus spork
G.
knife.
Yeah.
versus spork knife. Yeah.
Pube G.
Battle of the century.
So anyway,
Anyway,
Dan, since you are our special guest, Dave,
Yeah.
why are we fucked?
Oh, the misdirection!
what a fake out.
I kind of have a. I don't know if this is why we're fucked, but it was something that kind of upset me kind of a lot. I was digging around today on Reddit, and I found
First mistake.
yeah, right.
Right.
Don't go to Reddit. Never go to Reddit, but of course I always go.
Yeah,
to
that's
Reddit.
my. I live there basically.
So there's a guy. It was in the AMA disasters subreddit that I was going through of like all of the worst AMAs and like complete collapses.
Jose Canseco.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
It was glorious.
Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, Jose Canseco.
Yeah, so the Woody Harrelson one is the one that is like emblematic
Yeah.
of the sub. It's
So good.
I think it's the one that got the subs started.
That makes sense.
What happened with the Woody Harrelson one?
Yeah.
Well,
like,
I
do
really
tell.
think we should focus on Rampart instead.
Yes, right. That's what it was. Is he wouldn't answer any question without guiding it back to Rampart, the movie that he's in.
Oh my god.
And it's like the Reddit community was having fucking none of this.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like like Rampart became a joke in and of itself. Just the title became funny as a result.
Getting advertised too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like advertisements on the same page as the awful AMA. It was great.
Incidentally, someone told Jose Canseco, asked Jose Canseco if he ever shoved a baseball bat up his ass.
Yeah, well, it was. They asked him his favorite bat, and he described it in detail. And then the first reply was, "Nice. Ever try shoving that up your fart box?"
Jose Canseco,
well-
well-known piece of shit.
Yeah.
Well, what did he say?
I don't think he replied,
Oh,
but
that's a
the
shame.
entirety of Reddit sure did.
Right.
That comment blew up.
Yeah.
As did his asshole.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I think-
when he was done with that bat.
I think it ended up becoming the highest rated comment in the entire thread.
I believe it. So the one that I read was one that like I read way into like all the replies and everything because it starts off the way it's described as what seems to be a successful AMA where then everyone turns on the guy who's doing it, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, Reddit's no stranger to weird stuff. This guy claims to be a prostitute reviewer in like Amsterdam, right?
Jesus
Like he goes
Christ.
to and sees prostitutes and then reviews them for his own purposes. He has a blog, I think, or something.
It became a bit more. It became a bit less out of the ordinary when you mentioned he's from Amsterdam.
Yeah, right, exactly. So like,
They'll
so
just let you do whatever the fuck you want over there.
basically everyone sees that and just goes, "Oh,
Or
okay,
whoever.
well, you know, he's just a guy going to do this stuff in a place where it's legal, and that's whatever, you know." But the more information they learn about him, the more they hate him, and ultimately, this all hinges on when someone asks, "What does your wife or girlfriend think about this?" Because he mentions that he's not single, and he says she doesn't know.
Oh, shit.
okay.
What a piece of garbage.
All right.
So, well, it gets worse, but go
It's
ahead.
worse.
Well, there's also the fact that like I don't know what the culture of you know paying for sex is like in Amsterdam.
Sure
if
you
it's
don't.
like if it's more condoned or if it's more legal or whatever. But
Secret guest Aubrey only knows what it's like in Youngstown.
Hey.
On the record.
It's like getting arrested because they just bust everybody apparently around here.
but
As you're busting, they bust you.
you know what I'm talking about. but depending on the reviews, like this is someone who's barely making any money, and you're fucking them with a bad review, like metaphorically fucking them with a bad review.
Yeah.
Literally fucking them first, and then metaphorically fucking them with a bad review.
Yeah.
It's like, how fucking scummy.
I read very deep into this. I think I read every single reply he made to every single person because I was fascinated by the sociopath mentality of like, you know, like people are like, well, what would happen if she found out? And he goes, oh, she'd be very upset. You know, and it's like, well,
God,
Why are you doing it?
this guy who runs Yelp for hookers.
and then people ask him like, well, you know, like, you know, what if she was doing something like this? And he goes, well, that's great. Then I wouldn't have to hide it. That'd be awesome. He's so completely earnest and unfazed about his terrible behavior that it blew my mind how honest he was. Extremely honest about it. He said something like, you know, well, this is just a thing that, you know, occupies my every weekend for me. Like, you know, it's 2 prostitutes a weekend, and I do this every weekend. And, you know, sure, if anyone found out, they'd be devastated. It would break their hearts, but they're never going to find out, so it's fine.
Famous last words.
Yeah, right.
Right. And, you know, like, the thing is, there's lots of sex workers who are, like, commenting on the thread and being like, this guy's basically, like, the worst client you could ever hope to have. He's like...
Sure. I bet.
Like, having read some of his reviews and the things that he says, you know, he's just not only just like gross, but also like seemed to have like a preference for people who are new, like, and inexperienced, and also kind of means like he would like get away with more because they didn't know the rules or something.
That's gross.
That's
Yeah,
really
it's
really
scummy.
gross.
I thought you were. I thought at first you said a preference for people who are nude.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
fucking
well,
sick fuck.
what, are you
What
just always going to pull him to the side? You know, like, can't always pull him to the
a-
side.
sometimes pull.
Sometimes you got to
Sometimes you
pull
can.
him.
What
Sometimes
was,
you got to pull
what
him
was
to the
that
side.
Onion article? Sick fucking pervert enjoys jacking off to pictures of naked
Yeah, it
women.
was like area pervert has naked woman fetish. Disgusting. What a pervert. What a perv. But anyway, yeah, I guess the reason that we're fucked, if
that's so
if I'm
scummy.
going to tie this up and sort of like make a point out of it, it's that guys like this probably exist by the many.
I'm one.
Well, it's just that his complete inability to like go beyond. Well, you know, if she finds out, that'd be bad, but she won't find out, so you know, it's fine. We're happy. We're a happy family. I'm a good father.
Oh,
it's a
Oh, that makes it.
man.
You didn't tell me he was a dad.
Oh yeah.
it's a two-pronged attack of misogyny, because it's like the disrespect to his significant other,
Yeah.
and then like treating these sex workers like they're a fucking commodity, like they're you know, like he's getting a fucking burger.
And the thing is, I actually believe that he believes that he's separated these things out completely.
Yeah.
I think that's how the guy justifies it to himself. But he did the math.
Like,
he
he's like-
spent $50,000 over the last couple
Jesus
of years
Christ.
going to prostitutes. And
God.
and his
Pay for
family
his
has
kids'
no idea.
college tuition with that.
I know. And
Or just, you know, fuck your wife. I mean,
right, like just fuck your wife.
Just have the same vanilla
just
sex
fuck
with
your
your
wife.
wife. Literally everybody does it.
So people are like, why would you do this? And he says, well, you know, I would like to have a long-term relationship, like a real relationship, because there's lots of benefits and cuddles and fun family times and all that. But also I have a need to have sex with lots of young girls. So, you know,
Yeah, you know, like you do.
you know, after you say
He's
that,
so straightforward
it makes a
about
lot
it.
more sense now. Yeah, I can see his point.
you know what? I get it.
Maybe it's not
you
so
know-
bad.
Hey, you know what? I want to buy this guy a beer.
It's amazing. I honestly recommend reading it. If I could find the link, I'll share it with you, because the comment threads go deep. Oh yeah, it's so
That's not
many
the only
people.
thing that went deep.
He was
Probably not his penis.
His
though.
insecurities.
No. Yeah, it's insecurities.
He was quoted as saying, "You can't chain the tiger down," while tugging on the collar of his 2 sizes too small disco shirt and exposing his gold medallion, licking at the tips of his
Yeah.
mustache.
Just
So
tipping his
specific.
pelvis slightly forward, just so much as to suggest the outline of his penis.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it was a weird, it was a very weird
Wow.
read. So if we're fucked, it's because that probably happens way more often than
Yeah.
people think. This guy's just prolific about it. Like, he's writing it down.
Yeah.
He's got like reviews and shit, and he seems to have rationalized it to himself. He knows he's a sex addict. He just doesn't like care. He knows it's hurtful, but only if people find out, so he doesn't care. So I guess we're fucked because people like that are out there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's
and probably not that apologetic about what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice. It's a nice downer to start the show.
Yep, off to a ripping good start there.
Should we get my downer out of the way then too?
Magoo.
Because mine's a real downer too.
Ripper Magoo.
Well, it is why we're fucked. I mean, I guess it's not supposed to
Yeah.
be like. Oh,
It's not the most uplifting segment.
I feel great.
No, we're fucked.
We're well beyond the days of McDouble Watch. That's what you're saying.
McDouble Watch was just the first step down to the canyon of true fuckery.
It's a flash in the pan.
It really is.
It's the untrimmed wick of this podcast.
Oh my god. Chris, Dan is our special guest.
Yes.
So I'm going to talk about why I'm fucked.
Okay,
All right.
Psyching us out.
you got me because I knew you were going to go to Dan, but I didn't know you were going to double reverse it. It's like a double whammy.
So, I am both fucked and not fucked. I'm not fucked, but I almost got fucked.
Oh,
Brag
no.
about
I
it.
know what I'm talking about.
This guy.
So it's this one's gonna be short because I already told you guys. But on our way here, we passed a police chase going in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
And the dude swerved into the wrong side of the street.
That is very scary.
In order to get around traffic, and we were in front in our lane.
Yeah.
So it was, all of a sudden this sedan just pulls out and is coming right at us, going like 60 miles an hour in a 45. Meridian's a 35, isn't it?
I think
it
it's.
Yeah.
Is it?
Does that somehow
Yeah.
make it even worse? I don't know.
It doesn't feel like it because everyone goes at least 40.
Exactly,
But-
including the police. It's,
Yeah.
it's 35. It's trust me.
No shit.
Yeah, the posted limit is 35. This dude was going at least 60.
I've been fucking gunning it down Meridian Road.
Oh
Yeah.
God! Ah!
Jesus, Chris.
If it's
Wait, I'm disconnected. That's your reaction to your headphones getting unplugged?
Colonel Panic.
What happens when you see a spider in the shower?
I cry. Have you ever seen me around a spider?
No, now I have an idea.
Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Sorry.
So anyway,
Go ahead.
The audience is now deaf.
So anyway, there's not much to that story other than that he swerved back into the lane,
And you lived.
My only reaction was to honk because I didn't even notice the police car like way further behind.
Yeah.
My only reaction was to honk and get ready to swerve, except there was a car right next to us.
Yeah.
And then it was only after that we saw the cop car cresting the hill and trying to match speed. Shortly after it passed us, though, it turned its sirens off, and I don't know if the guy crashed or if someone else got him or what happened. Maybe he crossed through Cornersburg and into another jurisdiction where it's like, I give up. I can't chase this guy anymore.
What actually happened is he went through a paint shop and he got changed the color of the car. And
Naturally.
Right. And then all his stars went away.
all the stars went away.
Get rid of those stars.
Yes.
Then immediately got out of the car and punched a hooker in the mouth.
And then reviewed that hooker on his blog.
Oh my God, it was him. Oh my God, it was him.
Holy fuck.
It's all connected.
It's like swirling numbers and shit. What
What the fuck are you doing, Brady?
is your goal just to put weird sounds on this show today?
Sorry.
Chris over here is playing with a corkscrew
He's
for
doing
those
jumping
viewers at
jacks.
home
Oh
that
my
are.
gosh, dude.
You try to drive me nuts right now.
Yeah, I am kind of.
Well, anyway, I'm not fucked because I passed the
You
first
survived.
of my 2 exams and have scheduled the second. And if I pass the second exam,
Oh,
if I pass the second exam, I will be CompTIA A+ certified, and I'm super ready for it. It's gonna be on Friday. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna win.
Yeah, you're gonna do it.
you're gonna do it.
Go team.
I'm gonna do it. I'm fucking ready. I gotta look over my notes, but I am not fucked because things are on track and progressing in a way that I want them to progress.
I'm very happy for you.
I'm taking control of my destiny,
That's
and
great.
it feels
Yeah.
great.
That's
sweet.
awesome.
And that's the summary of it. That's the long.
Thus concludes my statement.
Were you expecting it to end more naturally?
Thus concludes this presentation.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just it's just two things that have happened lately in my life, and I don't know. I don't know that anything. They're personal. I can't really apply them to the world at large. Other than that, like, you know, why would you run from the cops during rush hour?
Right.
No.
Or
Well,
at
they don't call
all.
it rush hour for nothing.
Yeah, right. People are rushing around, man.
Did you get to meet Jackie Chan?
I don't know. How can you tell? No.
No.
Whoa.
No.
No.
That was the one. He was
You guys are
opposite.
just saying no, but you're not like following it with like a that's not true.
Martin Lawrence.
just like
No, it was Chris Tucker.
no.
Martin Mull. It was Jackie Chan and Martin Mull in Rush Hour.
Chris,
in White Rush Hour.
I don't know whatever happened to Martin Lawrence, but I have a sneaking suspicion that he polymorphed into Kevin Hart.
Yeah, he could have. That's possible.
Wow, I
makes
had
sense.
not thought of that until right now.
Did you see the Onion's article about Kevin Hart?
Yeah.
It was just Kevin Hart just going to assume that he's in Space Jam 2.
That's great. That was so good.
Going to this baby.
And accurate, yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, he's definitely going to be in there.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to be. He's going to be Newman. He's going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
that fits, yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be that role.
That would work.
Yep.
Oh, go get a Happy Meal, Michael.
Yeah.
Happy Meal.
Actually, if he called LeBron Michael Jordan the whole time, that would be hilarious.
Yeah, they cast the movie, but it's just like it's like exactly like Space Jam 1.
Yeah.
Except it's
Shot for shot remake.
I hope they
Yeah,
have
and
a
they call him Michael Jordan.
They call him
cameo.
Michael
They
Jordan.
have to. They have to
Yeah.
have a MJ cameo.
Yeah, right.
Michael
be-
Jordan
Would he
cameo,
want
right?
to though? Like that's the thing. He's
Yeah.
such a weird person
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
He's
but he's not doing
knee
anything.
deep in sports betting. He's,
Yeah, just give him some extra gambling money.
Yeah,
I'm
right, he'll be
he'll-
fine.
He won't
Hey
mind.
Mike, I bet you won't be in Space Jam 2. Oh yeah?
I'll take that bet.
Take that fucking bet.
So anyway,
Michael fucking
why?
Jordan.
anyway, Dan, why are we fucked?
Oh, fuck, I was taking a drink.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you son of a
Chris, why are we fucked?
Okay, so yeah, so talking about downers, I'm fucked because I don't know what to do with my life.
Yeah.
Hey.
Join the club, bud.
Yeah, it took me a while.
I don't know
Took
what
me a
that
little
feels
longer.
like.
Yeah, no, that's why I thought I'd present it to the group because I
Yeah.
feel like everyone's been there.
Sure.
Longshoreman.
Been there.
Longshoreman.
White House.
Oh, you're
worker.
offering suggestions. Okay.
Yeah. Crab fisherman. Just
In
things on the
Youngstown?
ocean.
Crab Rangoon connoisseur.
I'm suggesting you go far away.
Thank you.
Be Youngstown's
I
prostitute
understand.
reviewer.
Keebler Elf. Guy on the Uncle Ben's box. Uncle Ben.
That could be Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just assist.
The other Uncle Ben from Spider-Man.
Oh man, have you
That's
seen
not
the
a
picture
job.
of like? Have you seen the picture of like? It's a picture of the Uncle Ben rice box, and then it's Spider-Man crying. Oh man, it's so fucking good. No,
It's hard to
I
know what to do.
have no idea what to do with my life. So I got into the point where, so I was fucked for a long time, and then I've become increasingly.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I've become
and now
increasingly
I'm-
less fucked, and then
Increasingly less
now that
fucked.
I am not as fucked, I'm fucked because it's like, so when you're fucked, you're just constantly thinking like, how can I get unfucked?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
all
then
you
you
can think about.
unfuck yourself, and you're like, oh, this is awesome, I'm unfucked.
And then
Yeah.
stagnation sets in.
Exactly, yeah.
Right.
So
Right.
it's like
That's
the whole
exactly
thing of like,
what happened to me.
you know, so because when I was fucked, like going to work, coming home, playing video games all night, and then falling asleep, and then waking up and going to work again wasn't so bad because like, well, at least I'm not wasting any money on stuff or whatever. I
Yeah,
can
sure.
build towards something.
I'm not smoking acid or injecting pot.
Right.
Right, exactly, yeah.
I'm smoking acid.
He's literally smoking acid over there.
You know, the more beer I drink, the better this gets.
That typically applies to many things. But yeah, so like that's kind of where I'm at right now. It's I would call it like a quarter life crisis, except
Yeah.
I'm maybe a little further along. than
Except, well, you're halfway through a life not well lived, is what it is.
that. So my life.
So just another 20 some odd
right.
years.
Right. Yeah. You're a quarter of the way through a good life, and you're halfway through a bad
Got it.
life.
All right. Yeah. So at this pace, I'm probably 2/3 of the way through.
So I don't want to say it's a midlife crisis, but it might be.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Depending on your choices.
Yeah,
It's
that's
definitely
fair.
my midlife crisis.
Yeah.
Like, this is not
yeah.
this is not going to end
You're
well.
well past the halfway mark.
Yeah.
There's no like Hugh Hefner never having kids at 80. That's not in the cards for me.
Yeah, see,
My kids are going to be in high school weeping over my casket.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
there's a point in
Bringing the mood down.
there's a point in the life of a lot of people, I think, where they decide, like, I want to be able to try and experience new things. I want to be able to learn new things, see and do new things, but I either don't have the means or the motivation to do it. And if I don't have the means, then I don't know where to go to get to the point where I have the means to do it.
Well, honestly, like I will be honest with everyone. Like I kind of like my job. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
I don't know why I do.
Are you good at it?
I'm good at it.
That's a good reason to
and
like it.
they treat me well enough. Like if they could pay me better,
Yeah,
but who can't say
cool.
that?
Right, exactly.
But it's like I kind of like my job, and it's like that's where like I get that satisfaction there.
Yeah.
And I come home and like, well, I could just sit on my ass for the rest of the day.
Right. If you're good at your job and you like your job, I mean, then that's perfect. If you have any opportunities for advancement, obviously take them.
Oh, but I tried.
I know. I
tried.
Talking to two people who've been way down that rabbit hole.
I realize it's not that easy, of course, but like if you like your job, as far as like looking for things to do at home,
It is if you're Rob Hobel.
if you like video games, you ever consider like doing some Twitch streaming, earning some
Well,
extra
I
scratch?
kind of tried that a little bit, but it was like when I did do that, it was not how I wanted to play video games. Does that make sense? Because like for me, video games is like I just relax. Like maybe I'll get on like play with some friends and stuff like that. For me, that's how I wanted to play it. I didn't want to be like on when I was playing video games. I didn't want to be like doing that. But because I like I said, I tried that. And it's because I don't like get the promotions I want at work. It's like, all right, so the satisfaction I'm getting from that is kind of running out of steam to a certain extent.
Yeah.
So what can I do else?
Well, here's the thing. You're doing. I mean, so your position is sales, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is, you feel like you're good at sales. You
Yeah.
feel capable at sales. Lots of people need salespeople. Like, what is to stop you from pursuing selling different things to different
Like,
people?
like you could be a pimp.
Yeah,
Okay.
sell sex.
All right. Go on.
there is a constant demand for salespeople because there's such a high turnover rate, because not a lot of people can do it. Not a lot of people can keep it up. So if that's something
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
I like this.
Penises.
I like this fist pump thing you're doing here.
It's just this
Oh yeah.
rigid fist.
yeah. You like those annual figures? Bitch.
Bitch.
No, yeah, I think if you're good at sales, that's a skill that not a lot of people have, including people who do that job.
Oh, I know.
Right.
I know that.
Oh, believe me.
And more importantly, if you're good at it and you like it, that's the perfect double whammy. So if you find the right environment to really like flourish,
Yeah.
then that could like really turn out to be a good
The thing,
avenue.
you're a beautiful and delicate flower, and you need to be flourishing.
You're exploiting the audio medium, and no one can see that that's not true.
You are a gorgeous little cupcake, and you just do you.
Morty.
But the point I'm trying to make is like it's less to do like with what I'm at work, because again that's fine. I can do that. I can make
Right.
that happen. It's more like when I'm not at work and I just want to do something other than like waste time.
Oh,
Like playing video games, watching movies and shit.
Yeah.
okay, so the work thing is fine.
Yeah,
It's everything else.
I've accepted that. It's like it could be better,
Sure.
Yeah.
but I've accepted it.
Oh, so you just need to find like things like hobbies.
Yeah.
Some more
interests.
hobbies,
Right.
man. Yeah.
Right.
Huh.
Yeah.
I mean, like, are you generally like a depressive person or not?
I used to be.
I do not trust the way you answered that fucking question. I used to be.
It's
But
gotten
not
better.
now.
It's
real
so
human.
you're never completely not depressed.
Yeah, right. I
If you've
agree.
ever been depressed, like you know that you still dip in every once in a
Oh
while.
yeah.
So that's the daily struggle.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where it stems from. It's like I have an awesome day at work, crush it, kill it, go home, I'm feeling good, and then I just sit down. I'm like, oh, okay, well,
Yeah.
now
Well,
what?
now what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where that stems from.
You preaching to the
Yeah.
choir. I fell asleep on the couch last night, so that's where I'm at in my life.
All
Just
right.
falling asleep on the couch.
And again, it all stems from the fact that like I went somewhere with my life, and
Yeah.
now that I'm there, where do I go next?
Yeah.
Where do you come from,
Right.
and where are you going to go?
Where do you come from? Cotton Eye Joe.
Damn.
God, I damn.
If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I would have been married a long time ago.
Long time ago. That son of a bitch.
So that's why I'm fucked.
That loathsome cunt.
That intolerable monster. Cotton-eyed Joe.
Oh God.
Yeah,
I don't understand him. I don't know what it's all about, Cotton-eyed Joe.
Yeah, I don't know.
but yeah, it sounds like
Are his eyes made of cotton?
Yeah, why do they call him that?
I don't know.
I just don't really get it. Even
Just
the
as an
whole
eye
song,
for it.
I don't know anything
Yeah,
about
I never
Cotton
thought
Eye
about
Joe.
that. But why?
Where's the backstory?
Yeah.
Well, we don't know because we don't know where he came from or where he's going.
Aubrey has an answer.
I thought it was about tampons.
About
Oh.
tampons.
It might
yeah,
be about
that's it.
tampons.
Could
yeah.
be about tampons.
What? Probably not about tampons.
Not a great explanation, but the best one I've heard so far.
Yeah.
It's better than because.
if it wasn't
Right.
for women having periods, I'd have been married a long time ago.
Right. I mean, yeah.
That makes a strange amount of sense.
Oh, Cotton-eyed Joe.
Oh,
Where's the
Cotton Eye,
VH1
you're
behind
so
the music
absorbent.
for Cotton Eye Joe?
Where do I buy them? Where do you put them? Where do I buy Where do I buy those Cotton-eyed Joes? You know, where do they come from? Where do they go?
They sold a tampon.
Well, I know
called
where
the
they go.
Cotton-eyed
I know where they
Joe.
go.
Yeah.
They have a handy plastic applicator.
Yeah.
That doesn't really fit in the song, though.
No, it doesn't.
It's a lot of words.
Yeah.
Man, the Cotton-eyed Joe would just turn into an ad
Yeah.
really quick.
What if it's like G.I. Joe? But it's, or what if
Are you guys really entertaining this stupid notion?
Yes. Come on, man.
Are you surprised in any way?
Plastic applicator you have.
or what if it's
Yoda buys tampons. A short sketch.
I think
Please
he totally
continue.
does.
Sporty and absorbent you are.
Yeah, I could totally see Yoda buying tampons.
you must feel the flow exit you.
Fucking dumb. Man, this really is a very stupid show.
yeah, I know. Hey, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
You
Hey.
feeling fucked?
Yes,
Tony?
you
You
are.
feeling fucked today?
You feeling fucked?
Yeah, I'm feeling a little fucked. What is happening here?
What have we got?
Wait. The title.
Breaking news.
This just in.
From the Aubrey Martin news desk.
What do you have for us, Aubrey?
I caught the story on BuzzFeed. Do you want to read it?
BuzzFeed.
What do you have for us, Aubrey?
I caught the story.
We now go to the field with Aubrey Martin. Aubrey.
Breaking news. We have
Field Agent Aubrey.
a
This
CNN.
comes from the world famous Urban Dictionary. The act of a man having his urethra swapped by
Oh.
a Q-tip to test for STDs is what Cotton Eye Joe means.
What?
You don't want to
So
be.
if I had been caught having an STD, I would have been married. Where did the STD come from, and where did the girl
And
go?
where did it go?
Oh my god!
That can't be right.
You know where it went? It went into the girl you're marrying. That's where it went.
We're doing
This
it right.
is no. That can't be.
Where did
That
it
had
come?
to be. That had to come after the song and not before, right?
How do you test for?
Are you telling
an
me the
STD?
Rednecks wouldn't write a song about swabbing your dick?
Wait, how do you test for an STD with just a Q-tip in your dick hole?
I'll show you later.
I'll show you. Hold on.
Yeah.
Get
They swab the inside of your urethra. That's,
Yeah.
that's
Exactly,
how
yeah.
they
go
do it.
in
They-
your
they get-
penis hole.
You got
Like
you take the
considerable
tip
ways.
and then you just spread it open a little bit,
Yeah.
and then that goes in there, and
Come on,
then you,
man. You've seen the internet. You know people do stuff.
you swab it around in there, and then you.
Yep. Pull it.
Remember that guy that put a whole butter knife in it?
This is
You know, I've heard that you shouldn't put
God,
anything
why
in
did you
your-
remind me of that? I spent the entire last decade forgetting
the
that.
whole butter knife. He's sitting in a plastic lawn chair, and
God.
he puts the whole butter knife in.
You're really painting the picture.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
A naked
So,
man in a
speaking of
plastic lawn chair.
Q-tips,
this is why we're fucked.
Speaking of Q-tips, I've heard you shouldn't put anything in your urethra larger than your pinky finger.
Oh!
What?
Oh!
No, the Q-tip thing. You shouldn't put a Q-tip in your ear because it's.
Wait.
Oh my
hold on.
god!
Yeah.
Oh.
No one caught that. All right.
No, we were too busy imagining.
Pinky in the urethra?
Yeah, you said it. You said a thing that made it impossible for us to actually think about anything else.
That's fair. Yeah, that makes sense.
Chris, why are we fucked?
Hey, so anyway,
It sure isn't putting a butter knife in my dick hole. It's something else.
we're fucked. This is going to be a broad statement. We're fucked because of sloppy game design and otherwise good video games. Bringing the mood back up, everybody.
Yeah.
Bringing it back up.
I imagine you have
Yeah.
a specific game in mind.
I do. I on a totally legitimate copy. I have.
You didn't have to say that, but you did.
I did. A totally legitimate copy.
I believe you 100%.
with an amazing adapter that I got specifically from Japan. Maybe I can now
This
play.
wouldn't be Pokemon, would it?
It would be, as a matter of fact. I'm playing Pokemon Crystal on my phone because I have this adapter and this
Right. This totally legal
legal
way.
Sounds very legitimate.
It is super
Yeah.
legit. I totally bought this. So
Okay.
there's I'm trying to build my team in Pokemon Crystal, and one of the Pokemon that I want is Heracross, which is a bug type Pokemon.
Oh yeah, is that the Hercules beetle? Looking
yeah,
guy?
exactly. Yeah. So he's only found specifically in certain routes in the game.
Okay.
And he's only found by there's a move that they introduced in Gen 2 Pokemon where you can headbutt like certain trees and Pokemon will fall out of them.
That's cool.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it is cool. It would be really cool if the mechanic for finding them,
Yeah.
the specific ones that you're looking for, wasn't totally and completely fucked.
No.
So here's what happens. The standard way that it works, like when you're walking through the grass in any Pokemon game, is that each Pokemon has a specific appearance rate. Some of the rare ones are 5%, some of the really rare ones are 1%.
Yeah.
Some of them are 30%, so on and so forth. With the headbutt, the tree thing, that's also true, but there's also a mechanic that's thrown in there that I found out about 3 hours into my expedition trying to find this one Pokemon really early in the game at a route where it would otherwise appear. Apparently, for the tree headbutt Pokemon that you can get, it goes by what your trainer ID is, the thing that nobody pays attention to when you play any Pokemon game.
Yeah.
It goes by what your trainer ID number is, and then there's a specific formula. I don't know what it is, but there's a specific formula based on what your trainer ID number is that would determine which trees that are headbuttable in the game will actually appear with those Pokemon.
Here's
Every other tree will just display the normal,
This is
boring ones that you
annoying.
don't.
I find this annoying.
I'm going to argue that this is actually really good game design because it forces other players to trade with you, and it forces you to trade with other players, and it makes Nintendo more money.
When you
they
say
knew
other
exactly
players,
what they
you
were
mean
doing.
like
That's
real people?
and that's the thing. I'm sure that they knew what they were doing, and I'm sure that that was done for a specific reason. But when but a game that's 13 years old now that I want to play and get my team. Incidentally, I want to throw it out to this one Reddit user who I don't have his name off the top of my head here, but he figured
That's
out.
helpful.
It's a really
That's
solid
a great shout out.
Thanks. Yeah.
Shout out to my boy.
You can
Shout out to
Google
my
it.
boy.
You
I
can
don't
Google
remember
it.
you.
But he built. He determined what the formula was, and then built. This is fucking amazing. He built a calculator basically that would tell you which trees to headbutt to get that Pokemon because
so
it's
how did he
only
do
specific
that?
trees.
Do you like reverse engineer the ROM image or something like that?
I don't know, but basically what he does is he breaks each tile that you can walk on in the game, or tiles that are each tile that you can walk on is one, and then it goes up into the other parts too, where you're not able to access, including those trees that you headbutt.
Sure.
And it breaks it down into a grid with up to 9 numbers. Well, 10, so 0 through 9.
Yeah.
And then, depending on what your trainer ID number is, it will display which trees are headbuttable. The problem with this is certain trainer IDs will have 0 chance of getting this Pokemon. 0 chance. That's where the problem is.
And is that like RNG when you start a save file?
It's
ID?
all RNG. Your trainer ID number is all RNG.
Yeah.
And this
So-
has no way to do in relation to the fact that you're owning a legitimate copy of this game. right?
Exactly. Totally legitimate.
Totally
Very
legitimate.
legal
Again,
and not downloaded.
I wouldn't say-
coolrom.com.
I know that they knew what they were doing when they did that.
Yeah.
But I don't think it qualifies as good design. I think it qualifies as a way for them to make money. And the thing is, you will. What's
Yeah.
that?
Some of us didn't have friends when we were kids.
Exactly. Right.
Some of us don't have friends
I still
now.
don't have friends.
Yeah.
Who are you people?
Who is that?
Who is that?
But no, it's frustrating because, and I went through all the locations where this Pokemon appears, and I found 2 trees. There's only 2 in my entire save game that are headbuttable to get what I need.
Every time you say headbuttable, it sounds weirder and weirder.
Headbuttable.
Headbuttable, attorney at law and private detective by night.
But yeah, so there's only 2, and they're way far advanced in the game, and by that point, I don't need them anymore. So I'm just a little frustrated that was it's like. And the thing is, if you're a 12-year-old kid, there's no fucking way that you would ever know that.
Right. Well, you know what you would do is you'd be forced to headbutt or try to headbutt every single tree you could find.
Which is what I did for 3 solid hours because I'm insane until I looked it up and somebody had broken the code.
Oh my god.
Yeah, very frustrating.
Yeah, that's
very,
really
very
frustrating.
Incredibly.
So,
well, I mean, it's not even necessarily.
Again, you know what? Maybe bad game design isn't the right, but like this is.
Cruel game design.
It is purposefully built to do this thing, which means it's designed correctly and it's designed well, but it's not an enjoyable mechanic.
Correct.
It's transparently money making.
Sure.
Well, how is it money making exactly?
Because you would have to either restart your game, which most people don't want to do by that point in the game.
Yeah.
Or you would have to buy another cartridge, which a lot of people did, and trade with the other, like silver or gold, and you'd have to trade back and forth between them.
Yeah. This was how when the first Pokemon came out, I got Pokemon Blue and my brother got Pokemon Red.
Yeah.
And my brother's never been like too big into video games, so he kind of abandoned Pokemon after a while.
Yeah.
I ended up asking his permission and using his Game Boy to trade with myself for the Pokemon that you couldn't get in Blue.
Which is what you do. I know, right? You have to, yeah, because you can't get Victory Bell in Red, and you can't get Abra in Blue.
So you could take the other approach to all this, though, which is just like,
even
okay,
with those 2
big
games,
deal.
Yeah.
you can't get.
That's the one I'm not going to get.
One starter
and then move
Pokemon
on.
will be left out
Exactly.
invariably.
Right.
So you need a third person.
Exactly.
You need a third save file,
Which is really frustrating.
Which is actually what I did. Once I got all the Pokemon that I could from Red, I made a new save file and then got the last starter Pokemon that I needed.
Right. Yeah. Very, very frustrating.
You know, but here's the flip side of that is that when it does work, when it does work, and you didn't know how it worked, how exciting would that be?
Sure.
That's the flip side.
But how annoying would that be after spending several hours trying to find this thing?
The important thing is to remember that this, at that time at least, was primarily being played by children for fun, if you can remember.
Right?
If you can remember.
What is that?
You know, back when we just used to do this shit just for fun.
Yeah.
Like now,
Just for funsies.
everyone's like a completionist and wants to 100%
To completion.
You know, play Pokemon to completion.
That's how.
The only way I can finish.
That's how.
As soon as I see that 99 turn into 100.
You gotta do battle with the Elite Four skin.
The elite foreskin.
The Elite Four skin.
Should we bring your balls?
Trying
This
to
is
bring it back
frustrating.
around to penises.
I caught a Pinsir, incidentally, as a replacement, which was like the next best bet. So.
Pinsir's nice.
Pinsir's pretty sweet. Yeah. So, but he's cool. I beat Whitney's Mill Tank because fuck that gym.
You punched her tit?
Yeah, what? Mill Tank, not Milk Tank.
Oh,
Milk tank.
Milk taints?
Milk.
Oh, let me get a good look at your milk tanks. I can't wait to wrap my lips around your milk tank.
That's sexy.
Yeah.
That's my opening.
get a good look at those udders.
Got some real milk tanks on you.
We're straying
milk
dangerously
tanks.
close to cow pun territory here.
Not again.
Not again. No. I will absolutely not tolerate it.
Every time I'm on this show, it just turns into that.
I will not tolerate it.
You almost died last time. I wouldn't
know.
want that again.
Just talking to Aubrey about how we gotta bring this back.
It just like it gives me like a fucking headache.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think, boys? We've been at this for coming up on an hour. You want
For utterly too long.
Yeah, let's
We don't want to cause beef here.
let's steer this into the next section here.
All right, we will take a break, and we will be back with more Three Dude Show.
Why are you getting so upset? It doesn't really Matador.
Wow.
Hey guys, you've been listening to and enjoying the Three Dude Cast.
We hope you've been enjoying it anyway, but if you have, mash that like button.
Yeah, smash that fucking like button.
It looks like a heart on SoundCloud, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
And if you really want to hear more of our stuff,
You can subscribe to us,
Yeah, or rate and review us on iTunes and Google Play.
and we're everywhere. SoundCloud, everywhere.
we're
Yeah.
always with you.
Always.
All right.
Mashed potatoes!
Sorry.
Mashed potatoes! Mashed potatoes! Oh, man. Just YouTube golf and mashed potato if you don't know what that is.
Mashed potatoes golf.
And if you still don't know what that is afterwards, then I don't blame you.
Yeah, because it really doesn't make much sense.
No, not at all. But welcome back. We're here on the Three Dudes Cast. We got
Yeah.
special guest Dan with us.
I'm still here.
Hey, still here.
We didn't throw him out yet.
We're all still here.
And it's time for America's favorite game show, Reality or Bullshit.
That's right. It's time to play Trues and Fnews.
Smoking and drinking.
Reality or bullshit.
No, no, no.
Reality.
Fact or crap.
No, it's
Trademarked.
not that.
Trademarked.
It's not that.
No, whoa. I didn't. Who said fact or
Would
crap?
you
I did.
rather?
Would you? It's the joke of the week.
Time to play Fuck, Marry, Kill. Actually,
for a little game called
that on
Seeds
this
from a
show
Hat.
once.
That's a good idea.
We actually should play Fuck, Marry, Kill once.
It's time for a game called Seeds from a Hat. I need all four contestants. So anyway, reality or bullshit. This is something I've wanted to do for a little bit. I tested it out with a couple people, and I think it's sufficiently tricky.
Tricky.
This is a variant of reality or bullshit that is actually probably very similar to Trues or Fnews. So here's how this is going to work. I'm going to read you four names, four proper nouns. Okay.
Ooh, okay.
I'm already in.
Three of these.
You had me at proper.
Three of these names are people or places from Middle Earth.
Oh.
The remaining one, which you have to guess, is a prescription drug.
Oh, that's good.
All right.
So, of the following four, which one is the prescription drug?
I really like this.
This
This
is
is
a
a
good
great idea.
Of the following four names,
Did you pull something?
Did you puke a little?
Oh, I'm good.
That sounded violent.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
Go check your pants.
I thought I saw something leave your body.
That actually is an orc name.
Hey.
So, of the following four names, one is a prescription drug.
Sure.
The other three are names from Middle Earth.
Let's hear 'em.
So you got to pick the one that's the drug.
Pick the drug.
Chris. What the fuck?
Okay, so the four names are Calambel, Meloril, Lobelia, and Valacar.
This is good.
This is going to be impossible.
This is really
This is
good.
going to be impossible.
Which one is a prescription drug?
Calambel.
Can you Calambel?
Valirec.
Okay, so
Reread those for me.
okay. Actually, really, let me write them down.
Yeah,
as well.
let's write
Yeah, that
them
might
down.
help.
Can you spell it out?
Yeah, Calambel, Calembel.
You know
Okay.
language of origin?
We need to use it in a sentence.
Yes, here's the sentence. Calambel is a name.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Clears everything up.
Wow.
Meloril,
Wow.
Mellaril.
ARIL.
Yeah, Meloril.
Okay.
That could be elfish or an antidepressant.
Or both.
Or both.
I got the both.
Lobelia, Lobelia. And Valacar, Valacar.
This is fucking obnoxiously hard.
It could be all four of these.
I know.
So we have to pick the medication out of these.
You have to find which one is a prescription drug.
Wow.
It's a good thing I'm so good at finding drugs.
Okay, so Valacar, I'm thinking that one sounds like genuine Tolkien to me.
No, I don't know about that though. The AR is like a big thing in prescription drugs at the end. So
Yeah, but so is the L and
The AR.
I'm kind of a big thing in prescription
It's also the
drugs.
reason that there's been so many school shootings is the AR.
Yeah, right.
Hey,
Oh,
like that
let's
real
laugh about
timely
it.
American gun epidemic joke. Woo!
Got you right in the trigger finger
Yep.
bone.
Yep.
Yeah,
Everybody go out and donate blood, you fucking asshole.
I think.
We'll
okay,
never forget.
my guess.
Oh shit, I forgot.
Oh, fuck. I forgot about the Alamo.
Don't forget about the Alamo.
Oh, fuck the game.
Oh fuck you!
Yeah.
Not again.
I think I have a guess.
Okay.
I have a guess.
Yeah.
I think lobelia of all of them sounds the least like a medicine.
Okay.
I agree with that.
The longer I look at it, the more I feel like it. I can't think of any. It's okay. So it's
Well,
like
it's
a
obviously an antidepressant for your ears.
yeah, right.
Lobelia.
Lobelia.
Yeah.
To say nothing of the lobes of your brain.
Right. Yeah.
Let's say nothing of the loaves of the brain.
Let's say nothing about
Let's say
the loaf of my brain.
loaf.
full
It's for
loaf
your
up
brain
there.
loaf. Yeah.
I'm leaning towards Mellaril as the medication.
Okay.
That's also where I was leaning.
I think it's either Mellaril or Valacar would be my guesses.
Okay.
Any particular reason?
It just sounds medicine-y. These all sound medicine-y.
Yeah, they kind of do.
so medicine-y.
The double L in Mellaril is where I'm like, nah, medication wouldn't throw the unnecessary double L in there, would they?
Well, I don't know. I
don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't know either.
This is hard, by the way. This is really hard.
That's what she said.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Talking about
Penises.
My hard erection. EREKSHUN.
Oh my god, I misspelled something today and in the worst possible way. I was writing the word teacher. Guess how I spelled teacher? Now I immediately
different
caught
way?
it.
Teechur.
No, I immediately caught it. I was like, "No, idiot!" Then I
Did you
went
spell
back.
a t-shirt?
I spelled it Teature. Teacher.
Wow.
My brain turned off for like a full 5 seconds.
like tincture?
Like-
no,
like-
no,
yeah.
like feature.
yeah, like feature. Yeah, like feature
Or creature.
I
Yeah.
spelled it.
It's a teacher creature feature.
Wow.
That's like the dumbest thing I've ever.
A teacher creature feature. I think he means species.
I'm not making
starring
fun of you
Elijah
because I've
Wood.
done stuff like that.
Whoa.
Did you ever?
A
did you ever
teacher,
see that one?
creature, feature.
I
It's a good one.
I
It's a fun
misspelled the
one.
word forest the other day, so
How'd you spell it?
Forrest.
Oh,
A
like
plus.
the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So anyway, got any final guesses?
I'm gonna go with the Mellaril.
Mellaril.
So 2 for Mellaril, 1 for Lobelia. I think is how this
Okay.
shakes out.
All right, 2 for Mellaril, 1 for Lobelia. All right, to start off with, Calimbel is a town in the province of Lamadon in Middle Earth.
Okay.
So it's not,
Oh yeah.
All right.
of course, I got all of this off of Wikipedia. So like, I'm not.
I forgot about it.
I never got huge into Tolkien's works.
Forgot about Calimbel.
Valacar is a bygone king of Gondor. The audience is now deaf.
Does this come up like once every fucking episode now?
might.
Yeah,
I believe it does. Yeah.
It might.
That's
Real-
actually twice this episode.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
Real talk. There's like a chronology of kings.
Oh,
of,
the realist talk.
of kings of Gondor. Half of those names could very well pass for prescription drug names.
Yeah.
Valacar was just the most believable.
Maybe that's how
one.
they picked the King of Gondor.
That's right. Who sounds the druggiest?
Lobelia, Sackville Baggins. Bilbo Baggins' cousin-in-law.
Shut up.
Yep.
Which means,
Yeah,
Which
fuck my
means
Baggins.
Mellaril
well done, boys.
is the brand name of the discontinued antipsychotic thioridazine, and it was discontinued in 2005 because it caused cardiac arrhythmia in some
that bad?
recipients.
Yay!
Should it not do that?
Hey, cardiac arrhythmia.
Guys, I can't believe honestly that any of us got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, I
Yeah,
said
I was-
earlier, I know my drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
right, yeah.
I can believe that you failed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I can't believe that you
Yeah,
fucked it up.
Yeah.
this was a
Me
lot.
too.
But yeah,
Hashtag-
Baggins too. That's like,
Hashtag
you know,
Me too.
This was a lot of fun to come up with.
Yeah, it would
And
be.
that was
Yeah.
neat. and surprisingly difficult.
That was tough. Yeah. Very tough.
I would like to do something similarly to this again.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, pick a thing and another thing and try to guess the thing that's like
Put
part
the
of the
things
one
together.
thing,
Yeah.
that not the other thing.
What's not a thing?
Sorry.
Yeah, because with a lot of fantasy names, right? Like you would kind of think like I don't know, Parthenax. Ask your doctor if Parthenax is right for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Turns out he
Speak
is.
to your
Side
psychologist
effects may
about
include hanging out with old men in robes, riding a horse up the side of a mountain,
Speaking the language of dragons.
pressing F5 to quick save.
Todd Howard, you did it again.
Todd Howard. I'm telling you,
Side
perfect
effects may
Halloween
include
costume.
Todd Howard,
Yeah.
Todd Howard, Todd
Todd
Howard,
Howard.
and Todd Howard.
And paid memes. Wait.
Hair on the back of your
Paid
knees.
mods. Paid mods.
paid memes.
Paid memes.
Paid
No,
memes.
they're dirty memes, but they're done dirt cheap.
Dirty memes and they're done dirt cheap.
I was trying to say
Dirty
paid
thieves and the
mods, and then
Thunder
my
Chief.
brain turned to memes.
Who is that?
Teacher.
Teacher. TEAT. You are.
You know, Dave, I think I know somebody who could help you with
Teacher.
spelling words.
Yeah.
It's a teacher.
Spelling teacher.
Teacher.
Spelled GOOGLE. Which leads me into our topic for today.
Yay.
Alta Vista. The Bing image search.
www.lycos.com.
People still use the big image search.
Yeah.
I can, yeah.
Yeah, I like the image of the day. Bing. Bing. Bada bing. Hey.
Yeah, I went to look and ask.com is still around, but Jeeves is dead.
Yeah, Jeeves has been dead for years.
Ask killed
unfortunately.
Jeeves.
Ask
Yeah.
killed Jeeves.
Yeah, unfortunately. You know what I used to use back in the day was Dogpile. It was
bet you
it was
did.
search engine
Dirty
aggregator.
fuck.
So it would get Lycos, it would get Alta Vista, it would get Yahoo, Google, Ask Jeeves. Back in the days of Netscape Navigator and the Power Mac G3 all in one,
Yeah.
that was the
Netscape Navigator.
Netscape Navigator, motherfucker.
Netscape. Never.
I just
I want,
download Netscape.
I want Fred Schneider from the B-52s to say that.
You know the Netscape
Netscape Navigator.
Netscape.
the Netscape Navigator or not Navigator, but the site Netscape is still around. It's just like one of those generic like news and weather kind of sites.
Yeah.
Kind of like what AOL is now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like you can't download Netscape anymore.
Maybe you can.
I know you do. Why?
You have an AOL email address, Aubrey?
I do.
It still makes
I'm
this-
a creature of habit, and I've had it since I was 14 years old.
No shit.
It still makes this thing when she logs
Do you still
in.
use AIM?
AIM is dead.
AIM is dead.
Yeah, they killed AIM.
You could say it's aimless.
But would you? Would you?
You would.
So this is a good.
would.
This
all right,
is
all right, let's topic it up
You
here.
would.
this is a good. Well, actually, we're in the topic. The topic is technology.
Technology.
I've been studying for my A+ certification. I've been getting deep into like the inner workings of my computer and getting big into like
Whoa.
yeah,
Easy, cowboy.
Getting deep in that machine.
All the way up there.
But it's yeah. So I've been getting really into it. I've been studying past OSs. I've been studying a bit of Linux, a bit of Mac, and it's just like bringing back all these great memories. I've been like digging deeper into the history of computers and everything.
I'm all about this.
Just technology.
yeah,
Technology.
Can we talk like old technology, even like stuff we grew up with?
Yeah.
Can I start us off here?
Can you?
Yup.
You guys remember the old VTech computers? The little, like, the kids' VTech computers?
sure
You
do.
plug the cartridges in?
Vaguely.
Yeah.
There
I was lower middle class, so I never owned one.
Yeah,
So was I.
I remember other people having them.
I saw the commercials and then I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
Now I didn't have a VTech. What I had was Geo Safari.
Oh, okay.
Did you ever have Geo Safari?
No.
It was like a big plastic card on like a mock laptop, and you'd slide the card in. It would be keyed on the bottom. So like when you snap it into place, it would read it was like a punch.
Right.
Yeah,
Basically, it pushed the series of buttons so that
Yeah.
the machine
Yeah.
knew which thing you were trying to play.
Right.
We
yeah.
used those in when I was in elementary school, so yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Geo Safari. That's what I had when I was a kid. I remember our first computer was a Power Mac clone. It wasn't even like official Mac hardware.
You had a Hackintosh.
A Hackintosh.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that term. Holy shit. Yeah, we had a Hackintosh, a good, modern 56K modem.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Back when you didn't need to transmit more than.
Mom, get off the phone.
Your mom picks up the phone, hears the internet, brain gets hacked. She's not your mom anymore.
Whoa.
Son,
What
I
if you
know
could hear
everything.
the internet?
To absorb all the world's knowledge.
Holy shit. Have you guys seen X-Men Apocalypse?
No.
You made the right decision. In that movie, Apocalypse touches a TV and says "learning." It's the dumbest shit.
Are you serious?
I'm not making that up.
Wait, he actually says learning.
He says "learning," and it's so fucking bad.
Is it like Sinister?
Take a look.
when he says
as
it?
sinister
In a
as you could
book.
say that, I guess. Yeah, yeah.
Reading,
Because it takes place in the '80s, so it's showing like 80s shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know.
This is how
Reagan, yeah. And like, so like that.
Nancy.
Yeah, so don't see that movie. It's a bad one.
I want you guys to know that
Winners don't do drugs.
Yeah.
this is how old my VTech computer was. Is that I'm googling '90s VTech computer, and all of these look too modern for the one that I had.
Really?
I had an old school. I'm talking like 240p screen at best.
At best.
At best.
At best.
At best.
If I can find, I'm sure it's sitting somewhere in my aunt's garage right now in
Yeah.
a storage box. If I can find it, I'll bring it in and show you.
Oh my
this thing
God.
is
That'd be great.
it was like slightly larger than this book, but like thickness wise, it was like this. It was thick as fuck. I had two of them. I had a maroon one that was the newer one, and then I had a blue one that was like the older model.
Okay.
Bored.
Now I'm trying. One of these times you're gonna fucking puke.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
You're gonna puke.
But it was like this, and it was like 100 and something games, and they were all like learning games, and then there was a calculator on there, and like a very basic, the thing, the Etch-a-Sketch, like an Etch-a-Sketch.
Oh, okay.
Like sort of simulation thing. And it's worth noting, incidentally, that the screens on these things were like this big. It was this gigantic computer for this little itty bitty screen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I just remember playing the fuck out of that thing.
I looked up some
sweet.
some pictures recently of the Apple Lisa, which had a similar setup, just like a gigantic monitor for a tiny screen.
Yeah.
But I found
That
the
bezel though.
Dat bezel.
yeah.
That bezel.
I found
All the way around.
I found the best picture though. It features an Apple like development manager, and she's wearing just the most 80s outfit, like probably that I've ever seen.
It's made of hair.
It might as well be. Look at this fucking sweater vest.
Oh, God.
It's just shards of Coke glasses.
She looks like if Elroy Jetson converted.
You like transitioned?
Yeah, whatever. Converted.
Converted to Mormonism.
Right. And then became a woman.
Like if Elroy Jetson decided to become a member of the Latter-day Saints. That's what he would look like.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And then, he got a job at Apple.
Yeah.
Let's just say.
And then,
if
and
he's
then he
from the
became a
future,
lady.
that would
And
make
then
a lot
he
of
left
sense.
because, he would have had to leave the LDS because
they won't let
they're
that
not going to let
happen.
you transition. He just came into himself.
Right.
Not literally.
Oh my God. Maybe onto himself, but never into himself.
Not into himself.
I mean, if you
That'd
did
be hard.
transition, would you do that?
No.
I don't think
you can.
When you're halfway through it, though.
Wait, hold
You
on.
have both?
No, but if you're Elroy, then you're going male to female.
You can't.
I guess
you can't go male to female without an adapter.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, you can, but you need firewire.
I am so confused.
This what?
Exactly. Don't question it.
So anyway, to answer your hypothetical question, could Elroy Jensen put his own penis into his own vagina? The answer
No.
is probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not.
The penis becomes the vagina.
Yeah.
During the
That's right. I didn't think of that part. Yeah.
his boy Elroy.
That's now a girl.
He's transgendered. Jane, his wife.
Rosie, his mistress.
Oh,
yeah.
totally fucking that robot.
You know
Yeah.
that robot fucks.
Oh, they were fucking that,
That
robot.
robot fucks.
That
robot.
That robot.
That robot.
Elroy is banned.
Rosie the robot was a wine mom, man. Rosie the robot was a fucking cougar.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah, dude.
you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She knew what to do.
So was Betty Rubble. Betty Rubble was a fucking fox, dude.
Oh God.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
They knew what they were doing.
You tell me you don't want to get behind that and pull her. Never mind.
Get your rocks off.
Anyway, technology.
Technology. Technology.
I got
Technology.
I got one for you.
Oh my God.
When I was in early high school at a garage sale, I came across the coolest fucking thing, which was an Apple IIe. Like complete with its like
Let me look up an
the Apple
image of
IIe
this.
was like the keyboard was attached, like was actually the base of the computer. It was
Oh,
like
yeah.
on there,
Oh,
and the
that
screen
thing.
sat on top of it, and there was a big floppy disk drive
Oh my
attached
God.
to it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I know what you're talking about.
And it was at a garage sale, and I was fucking hype about this. So I think I got it for like $20 or something.
That's right.
this
yeah, that's it.
badass right here, right?
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was picturing.
I loved it so much, and I brought it home and set it up in the basement and immediately started fiddling around with it. But I didn't have any software for it, right? Like it didn't come with more than like I think it had maybe like some sort of a there was some kind of game that I barely played.
Yeah.
Doom.
Yeah, it'll play on anything.
Now the thing that I learned about it is because I didn't really realize this, but you turn it on and it's like okay, well that's it. So you're sitting there looking at the screen going. Does something come up, or you type something?
There's no.
and you hit enter, and it doesn't do anything.
It doesn't.
Like,
It doesn't like auto boot to an OS or anything.
no, it boots to prompt. It boots to terminal.
Yeah.
So you have to.
You have to tell it what to do.
Right, like if you
basically.
don't have a program that you've written for it in there yet, or
And a
if you don't have a
manual
disk,
this thick.
right,
Right.
Thick.
but thick manual.
Extra thick.
So thick.
Yeah, but so you had to do stuff with it. So I remember like writing like a diary or a journal in it for a while. Like this is cool. I'll just create this text file on this
In the
floppy disk.
diary of Dave.
Yeah,
It's not nice to call him Diarrhea Dave.
yeah.
Diary
I
Dave,
prefer
I
not-
got you.
I prefer to not be known as diarrhea Dave.
No, it's more like S-shaped poops, Dave.
Yeah, it's more like a cheesy poof shaped little curlies, Dave. Yeah, just little squigglies.
Mine is more like everyone is an emergency, Chris. They're just disastrous.
Yeah, mine is I need to be completely alone, Dave. Yeah,
You could find a lot of great tech at garage sales. Though I remember I got at one garage sale. I was going through some old CD-ROMs. This is when I was still running. This would have been WinXP.
Yeah.
And I found some CD-ROMs because you didn't really need to do backwards compatibility for 98 or 95 programs with XP.
It just works.
It just worked, and that was lovely. So I got SimCity 3000.
Oh, nice.
fucking sick.
Yeah, and I also got a game called Shogo Mobile Armor Division. Shogo, made by Monolith, who you might also know from the Fear series.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was like a really early game. It was like a mock anime thing where it's like giant robots. It was really, really neat, and I played the shit out of that game while I had my combination like portable TV DVD player playing Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Yeah,
Like you do.
My Aqua Teen Hunger Force
Hell yeah.
DVDs.
Yeah, I still have some of mine.
Yeah. That game was really cool. Like two of the coolest games like I've ever played. I picked up for a total of like $3 at a garage sale.
that's not bad.
Yeah, speaking of cool games that come with a computer, it would have been
3D pinball from Microsoft.
Hell
XP.
yeah.
Nanosaur.
That was cool.
So I guess it would have been our second computer that we got. So the first one we had was the Packard Bell. Hell yeah. That was running
Wow.
Windows 3.0.
Oh hell yeah!
And speaking of command prompts, the whole thing was run through DOS.
Oh
on that
shit!
bad boy.
That's right, because 3.1 was the
Or no,
first
I
update
guess it would
where
have been
they.
3.1. So it was still
Okay.
DOS based.
Oh, right.
So you could to run any game, you had to go back to DOS for it.
Okay, because it had a GUI. Like it was the
did,
first.
yeah.
It was
Yeah.
the first Windows system that had a GUI.
Yeah. So there was a GUI, but it was all on top of DOS. So if you
Right.
if you want to play any game, you had to go back to DOS to run it.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's how I learned CDOS run. And all that fun stuff. But after we had that one, we got a I think it was a Gateway.
Yeah.
Speaking of dead
That was
companies,
my first one was Gateway.
Didn't everybody own a fucking
I hate
gateway?
Gateway.
yeah, that was running Windows 98.
Yeah.
And it came with Age of Empires.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Yes.
It came with fucking, and like that was the first RTS I ever played. And because it came with the
Same.
computer, like I just played the shit out of that game.
Yeah.
And that was awesome. I still love Age of Empires. I have the HD edition of Age of Empires 2 on my computer that I never play, but it's there.
Didn't we both buy the HD edition of that game to play? And then
AoE 2, yeah.
We played like one game and never touched it again.
That is
Yeah,
also
we
my
got-
experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like the whole time it's like, this is fucking cool.
Yeah.
So many pixels.
Yeah,
I remember
we
I
got-
downloaded the demo of that on a Windows 95 machine in
Yeah.
like 1997 or something
Yeah.
like that.
My dad had a Gateway running 98 in his office at work over at YSU, and I remember being like afraid to touch it because I grew up on Macs. My mom is a Mac user, always has been, and still is now. And so
Marathon hype.
My mom is a recovering Mac user.
Right.
that's the upside. I got to experience Marathon, which I wouldn't have otherwise.
Marathon.
Recovering
I got
Mac user.
Nanosaur, Marathon, 3D pinball.
Nanosaur.
Nanosaur is the shit, man.
What about
love that game.
what was that game where you played as a bug? You played as like a beetle.
Yeah. Oh fuck. What was the name of that? That came
I don't know
came
what the
with
fuck
my.
you're talking about.
Yeah, you didn't have Mac.
It was that, and then Automatic.
Yeah. Oh, I see. I had Mech
Or
Warrior too.
Chromag Rally,
I see.
the caveman racing game.
Which
I didn't
Beatles
have
did you
that
play as? Was it John, Ringo, George, or
Yeah.
Paul?
Pete Best.
Peter, Paul, and Mary.
Right.
Oh,
Inky,
yeah.
Blinky.
The original
The
Beatles.
Right.
Reed, Sue, Johnny, and Ben.
No, see, I got the first 3 Mech Warrior games with
Oh, see, I
Mac.
never played Mech Warrior.
Morty.
They're getting meatier. They're like, they got like a meat to them.
No, they're all meat eaters.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I like my dad had this, this Gateway PC, and I was afraid to touch it. Like I didn't know what half the shit did. I knew how to launch Minesweeper, and I didn't actually figure out how to play Minesweeper until much later in my life.
No one did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know how to play Minesweeper.
I'll show you. It's fairly
Brag about
easy.
it.
Minesweeper
It's,
is super easy.
I'm okay at Minesweeper.
I'm like the best Minesweeper player.
the way I thought Minesweeper was played was
Esports, Minesweeper.
you had to keep clicking on things, and when you hit a mine, it's game over, but then you tally up all the numbers to get your total score. That's how I thought it worked.
Oh man, I did great this time. it's like no, your minds were just more spread out. I don't know.
A right mouse button? What the fuck is this sorcery? Yeah, that's how I thought Minesweeper worked. But Solitaire for some reason clicked right away.
Yeah, Solitaire's.
My dad taught me card games like fairly early on,
Yeah.
like just knowing how to play them, But yeah, those I used to love that. I miss like the little clicking sounds that those things would make when the hard drive is.
I got a question for you guys. Did you ever have a Windows 95 machine where you have the Windows disk and you popped it in?
Yes.
And it turned out there was a secret game on there called Hover.
See, I never played the secret game, but I did have the disc boot.
I never had 95.
I've heard of this, but I've never. Yeah,
This game was called Hover, and it was super fucking cool. It was in 3D. First of all, you're like piloting a hover car around. You got to get pickups to hit people with them. It's like bumper cars.
I like SUVs.
And like Mario Kart battle kind of thing.
I love how this is like turned into like a vintage PC gaming discussion, but that's like one of the cool things about I've been studying for the A+, and one of the cool things about it is like it lists gaming as a legitimate application for PC use, PC construction,
Well, yeah, of course.
maintenance, IT, like a particularly high end application.
Yeah.
So like gaming comes up very frequent. The videos I've been watching to study up on this, the guy will include like his BattleNet token, his USB token, as like an example of multi-factor authentication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's fascinating.
Dude plays World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's go. Anywho. Well, no,
Anyway.
'cause this could very easily turn into a discussion about all the cool shit we had on our first computers.
Yeah.
Let's go back to cell phones. You guys remember your first cell phones?
I do.
I do.
Yeah.
It was a.
We all had the same one.
I don't know.
Come on, like everyone had the same one, right?
The Nokia
The brick Nokia
that had
phone. It
See,
stick on
I
it,
did not have that one.
I did not
Really?
either.
Mine was a flip phone.
really?
Same. It was a red, like one of those like velvet red kind of ones. It was a T-Mobile flip phone. It had a display on the front that would show the time when you flipped it open. It would give you all the.
Well, I will
stuff.
say, I mean, the Nokia was like the first cell phone that it wasn't mine, but it like is for the family.
Right,
The
sure.
first one that I had wasn't until like I was in college.
Yeah.
And it was a LG Spoon.
Wow.
Spoon
Had a slide out keyboard on that motherfucker.
to strike fear into the hearts of evildoers everywhere.
I found mine. It was the Virgin Mobile Snapper. That was my first phone.
Snapper.
2005.
barely know her.
That shit out.
let me see if I can find mine.
It's unavoidable.
Every fucking time.
It's just
Mobile flip phone.
See, I grew
right
up
to it.
People had already had people that I went to school with were getting their phones in middle school, and
Yeah.
I didn't get a phone until I was 15 years old. Which, let me just say, that's like a good time to give your kids phones. You probably don't need to give your kids phones if they're 8.
no.
I mean, like I like not to shit on anybody who does that, but it's like,
Here it is.
Not to shit on other people's kids.
This is my phone.
oh yeah, I had one of those.
that looks familiar, actually.
This was my first phone.
Yeah.
My first cell phone. This was when I got to college. My dad, this is before I didn't have a job at the time. My dad, I didn't buy it myself, but my dad was like, you should have a cell phone in case you ever need to get in touch with us or anyone. And so that was my first one.
Yeah, so I mean, like I didn't get. Yeah, like I said, I didn't get my first phone until I was 18
I've got this piece
and
of
had
shit.
a job.
Right, and you could get
Yeah.
See, in middle school, everybody had the razors. You guys remember the razors?
Oh, I remember the
that were
razor.
thin?
Yeah,
Everybody had a razor.
Those were fucking the shit.
I used
man.
it to shave.
Those were cool.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, a lot of yelling
That's
here.
the reaction that deserves.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm over here waiting for new games to come out for the N-Gage.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Nokia
boy.
N-Gage.
Taco phone.
That
Everyone who had
N-Gage
one-
hype.
Everyone who had one, weren't you jealous as hell? It was so
No.
cool.
I wanted one. I wanted one when they first came out. I'm like, oh, I can play Turok. Oh, this is radical.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I
was
thought that was the shit.
like
was cool.
The N-Gage. This was around the
not
time too.
$400 cool, but
Right,
it's cool.
This is around the time too of like the Palm Pilot.
Oh, yeah.
BlackBerry.
Before all of these functions eventually would end up being integrated into the cell phones we know now.
Yeah.
I was. This is how old I feel. I was talking to Jake. At work, and I said
From Safe Farm.
I said, oh, he's like, oh, get your BlackBerry. I'm like, oh, go get your Palm Pilot, and he looked at me like he had no fucking idea what I was talking. He's like, what? And I'm like, Palm Pilot.
the Palm Pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's. I mean,
It
that's
feels super
the
old.
whole segment of PDAs.
Yeah, right.
Were just
Yeah.
that was a thing.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Where you had it was like
PDAs
that,
are like the beeper in that they existed
Yeah.
in a narrow.
It really
window
was.
there.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, see, Dad had the beeper in the old ass '90s phone where you flip the
Ass
little
90s.
plastic thing down.
I was
90s.
playing the first Splinter Cell not too long ago, a few months ago, and the OpSat, the little thing where the pause screen. It's like a PDA mounted to Sam's arm, and it's got the Palm logo right on
Oh
the
yeah,
side of it.
yeah, I remember that.
It just
shit.
tripped me the hell out.
Yeah. Old
crazy.
I wonder what they probably got bought out by someone. I wouldn't have any
I
idea.
want to say it
who.
was HP.
Let's look that up.
Maybe HP.
We'll look that up. But like a few years.
HP.
A few years ago, when the thought first occurred to me, maybe I should be pursuing a career in IT, I was worried that technology was going to become more and more portable and more foreign to me, to the point where being knowledgeable in how to fix a desktop would end up being useless. But that really hasn't happened.
I think it will eventually.
Possibly.
I actually do think it will.
Yeah. But it hasn't happened yet.
Eventually, all of our knowledge will be useless.
Yeah, that's
Already is, buddy. Already is.
Thank you.
These were March 1990s. I can't find who bought them, but they had a 160 by 160 screen.
Hell
Nice.
yeah.
Top shit.
That is bleeding edge. You know, I still have pictures that I took with one of my first flip phone. Well, I guess it was my second flip phone. I still have pictures that I took with it.
Yeah, me too.
They are unrecognizable.
Yeah, they're not good.
I have pictures that I took with my Game Boy camera where you could print the little stickers out.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah, and they're horrible.
And they all look nightmarish because of the
Yeah.
extreme contrast.
Oh, yeah.
They all look scary.
Take a picture of me going like this, and it looks like a ghoul.
Like,
It's
even when they're not
horrid.
scary, they
Well,
look scary.
that's a pretty accurate representation.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
do look pretty horrible.
Yeah.
The fact that anyone wants to come anywhere near me is
It's just
I'll come near you.
fascinating. You know, you'll be the only one.
yeah, old tech. I think I told you guys before on this show. I'm not sure about the flip phone I'm talking about, which was called the Motorola Pebble.
I think I remember the Pebble.
I loved this.
I
damn phone.
remember the name. I can't remember if I can't
take a
remember you
look
talking
here.
about it on the show though.
It was spelled Pebl, and it was like
Wow.
a little sort of like it was oval shaped. And the thing that was cool about it is you hold it like this, and you put your thumb on the front of it and slide down.
Yep.
And then it had a spring action to pop open.
I remember.
So all you had
those
to do is kind of slide the front down, and it would go whoop and pop
flip up
open
like a switchblade.
How
like a
soon did
freaking
that break?
tricorder.
Yeah.
Like, it was awesome. It felt so good to do it, and I just sit there and go flip, close.
You know,
flip,
that's-
close.
That's such a thing too, because the communicators in the original Star Trek were basically flip phones.
Yeah, right.
You know, like they predicted a lot. They had like they had tablets in Next
Yes.
Generation in like 1991. You know, it's insane.
You guys all right here? Yeah, fine. What are you doing?
He's having more headphone issues somehow. I'm good. Just constant headphone issues.
Is it falling apart on you?
No, it's fine.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. Good. Yeah, good.
I was talking, I think, to you guys recently about how I watched a documentary about the Moog synthesizer.
Yeah.
The original
Mowgli.
Moog and
Mowgli.
the mini Moog that you could carry on stage and just play.
Moog, sir.
Moog. Look forward.
Are you being serious? Or are you talking about-
It's
Not.
simple. I'm sorry. That sounds like something Randy Newman wrote, doesn't it?
Yeah, actually, it does. That sounds like.
About your worries and your strength, you better do. You. I wanna be you. Randy Newman. Randy Newman is at least half deaf. You. I wanna be like you. Oh God. Sorry. Maybe.
So anyway, it's that part of computing that like I think I'm computing and electronics that I think I'm never gonna understand is like the fact first of all that when you ordered a Moog you had to build it yourself. You had to like hook everything up.
Yeah.
And just like circuits and wiring, I think I'm never going to get like the kind of people who can manufacture a microprocessor.
The microprocessor or the processor in general is the single most baffling thing to me.
Billions.
Even knowing generally how it works, it seems like magic.
Yeah.
It is magic.
Yeah, like it's literally billions and billions of communications per second.
Like
Third
I
world order.
don't actually get it.
It seems impossible.
Lizard people.
right?
Lizard people.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it's just like somewhere deep down in there, it's like anything sufficiently complicated seems magical.
I'm telling you, this is what Alex Jones warned us about.
Right. My computer is going to turn the frogs gay.
Great.
Yeah.
Mine already has.
I saw poop swastika.
He's been banned from PayPal now,
He has,
too.
yeah.
Yes.
That's
Oh,
unfortunate.
can we take a second to enjoy the fact that Alex Jones is going to spin out slowly?
Thanks, PayPal.
He definitely saw a poop swastika somewhere.
I don't doubt that he
swastika?
did. I don't doubt that he
Swastika.
did.
I saw one last night.
Swastika.
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 In my bowl.
Charles Schwabstika.
Pot stickers.
Blue cheese. Blue cheese. Blue cheese.
Cotton swab sticker.
Blue cheese.
It's a hit.
This show isn't making any sense.
Nope, it sure isn't to anybody except
it
those
really
in
isn't.
this room. Blue cheese. Blue cheese. Blue cheese.
Like,
Blue cheese.
but like the next time you're at a bar, like look around and see like what kinds of things are serviceable by someone in IT.
Yeah, right.
Point of sale systems. Right, impact printers for the receipts,
Jukeboxes.
touch screens, jukeboxes, the wireless routers, everybody's phone in the place.
That machine that
TVs.
that judges your strength over in the corner.
Yep.
You got to squeeze that thing. And
My,
tells you how strong
my
you are.
Google
That's
Glass.
just John.
that's-
What are you talking about?
That unfortunately is not an interface that the A+ teaches.
he just judges you.
The strength-based
It's like, no, not good
interface.
enough.
my,
he's
Google,
grown
my,
up.
my really sick Google Glass that I'm way ahead of the curve on.
Here's the deal. I can't. Let's talk about that for a second.
Yeah.
I cannot fucking wait
Google Glass
until
will
I
be
have
cool.
a computer in my eye
Yeah.
and I don't have to even touch a phone.
Hey,
And it's
Vegeta,
just-
what does the Google Glass say about his power level?
It's way too expensive.
Yeah. I can't wait till that's a thing, but it's right. I mean, like Google Glass definitely looks stupid.
I didn't ask her this.
It just that's the problem. It looks stupid. No one would be caught. A Fitbit looks natural because it's comparable to a thing we already have.
Yeah.
Right.
The Google Glass looks like a Dragon Ball Z Scouter. It doesn't
Yeah.
look like a natural pair of eyeglasses,
Yeah.
and that's its downfall. For it to be accepted, it has to look like something that's already familiar for ease of use.
right.
Intel was working on something like this, and then they dropped it. But it looked like basically just a thick black
Normal,
plastic pair of glasses.
Well, they
THICC.
and
Thick.
Well, I think the problem is
glasses.
that they dropped it.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
That was really good. Redeems himself with a 7.5 out of 10.
some tech thought it was his actual glasses and swabbed it with alcohol, and the display got fucked
like
up.
ran him under the sink for a minute.
It just caught on fire.
Oh, my glasses are disgusting. It's under hot water.
Issues.
Giving him the good rub down under hot water.
Yeah.
You know what I haven't
Yeah, that could rub down.
You know what I haven't
rub-down.
seen a lot of lately is that like flexible display technology that like
Oh,
was
yeah,
being
yeah.
worked on.
That's going to be. You're going to have a flexible phone within like a
Yeah.
year, maybe.
Well,
less.
that's going to
You
be
think?
really good for
Yeah.
my phone, so I never have to replace it again.
Well, I mean, technically, I have a Samsung S8 using an OLED screen. That is technically the flexible screen.
Yeah, right.
This is why they had the edge part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
contained in glass, so it doesn't do what it shouldn't do.
Right.
Right.
But if I took this thing apart, that OLED display would actually be flexible.
yeah. OLED being organic LED, right?
Right,
It's
correct.
it's like organic substance that you electrify it and it display. It's like it's a little like
It's
plasma.
electric.
It's you can
it's
feel
electric.
it. It's electric.
You can feel it.
It's sort of like poetry. It's like they rhyme.
But yeah, that's the thing. Like anything sufficiently new has to at least look a little familiar.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
it took us a while to go from like your standard phone to the flip phone to the brick phone to this.
Correct. Yeah,
You know,
like the
as
original.
Soon as I pick it up at 5.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't the original iPhone launch not do super great?
It was very popular if I
Yeah.
remember correctly.
Oh,
It just
okay.
you
It
know
was also very expensive.
Right.
Correct,
And
yeah.
they still are.
Yeah, right.
that didn't
yeah, the new one's
change.
what, $1,100?
Yes, it is.
That's insane. I
that
could buy
makes
a
me so
car
angry.
and drive myself places with that car for like 2 years with $1,100.
Yeah,
But
you
can you
actually
take a
could.
picture of yourself driving that car?
Right.
No, I couldn't.
Glorious
Put it on
4K.
Instagram?
I couldn't. You're right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Can you snap a picture of the perfect chicken cordon bleu in glorious 4K?
I could not.
with that car.
Could you awkwardly one-handedly videotape yourself jerking off and send it to your ex-girlfriend at 3 a.m. in
With that car? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
At best, you could drive to her house and awkwardly jerk off on the lawn.
Exactly.
Can you accidentally retweet hardcore pornography on 9/11? Hashtag Ted Cruz.
That's right. He did that, didn't he?
Wait, did that really happen?
Yeah, he
That
really
really
did that.
happened.
He really did that.
Wait, whoa, we got to talk about this.
Yeah, let's talk about
You
this
didn't
for a
know
second.
that?
No.
Yeah, Ted Cruz.
This 9/11?
No. Last year's 9/11.
He accidentally retweeted
last year's
hardcore porn.
9/11.
Oh wait, no, I think I do remember
On
this.
September 11th, he retweeted this at like in the early morning,
Just
You know
re-
what? I forgot about that
and
9/11.
he deleted it really
Completely
quickly,
forgot
but
that one.
everyone
Forgot that
caught
one.
it.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
People
that's so
caught
funny.
it.
That's so
Oh,
funny.
shit.
It was like really late, right? So like that definitely
Yeah,
suggests.
it's like pretty. Yeah, it was like 5 or 6 in the morning or something like that.
How many misclicks do you think he had to go through to accidentally tweet pornography to his entire list of like it can't just be like accidentally tap this button and it goes straight to your Twitter feed. There
That
has
would
to
be horrible.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how dangerous that would be? You're
That's like a nuke.
yeah, I'm over here trying to rub one out.
Just like
All of a
sweating
sudden-
it like I'm not going to tap that button.
Exactly. All of a sudden, my fiance's family is just like, "What are you doing?
Yeah, it's like
Why are you watching diaper porn?"
Just start getting real concerned, you know,
Yeah.
text from everybody like, "Hey,
Hey,
did you get hacked or are you
it's,
watching diaper porn at 2
well,
in the afternoon?"
yes, I did.
Why are you watching scat incest?
Oh my god.
Why aren't you watching?
Why are you
scat?
watching a man artlessly jizz into a pumpkin? Artlessly. He doesn't even take the time to do it right.
No class. He's just like, "Oh, fuck you."
Goes
fuck
right
you."
on scatter shot.
There is
I
a right.
fucking hate Halloween.
There is a right and wrong way to come in a pumpkin.
Oh,
Is there?
boo cocky.
Nicely done. I'm just saying, if you're gonna do it, be an artist about
Right.
it.
Well, you gotta you cut a hole in it, and then you bake it for a little bit. So
Swallow.
Yeah,
Halloween.
right. Well, he was just trying to put this. He was trying to put the seeds back into the pumpkin.
Yeah, right.
Oh my god.
how does one artfully jizz into a pumpkin?
There's so many
Let me
ways.
show you.
Right.
Who's got a pumpkin?
How big of a pumpkin do you need?
No, not a huge pumpkin.
Well, you might not need a huge pumpkin.
Not for you, maybe.
Jack off a
Average size
lantern.
corn will do.
That's good.
Jack off a lantern.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying, there's a right and a wrong way.
Okay, good. I still don't want my in-laws to see it.
You know, Chris, it wasn't that we were disappointed that you were watching a man come in a pumpkin. It's just the
did it so artlessly.
The production is so low.
The lighting was all wrong.
Filmed it on a Nokia flip phone.
Half the time he was filming the ceiling by accident.
Right. I mean, we didn't even get the cum shot.
And it stopped before the cum shot. What a shame.
What a shame.
What a shame.
What a shame.
I watched this for 7 minutes for this.
Bullshit.
I could have been dick or treating.
I told you the best porno that was ever found was the one that Alec told me about, where it's 7 minutes of this guy just doing it doggy style, and they're getting really bored, and at the end of it, he grabs a cheeseburger from off screen and takes a huge bite of it. The end.
Living the dream right
That's amazing.
You know what this reminds me of is
there. What does that remind you of?
you guys ever
What possible connection could you have made?
I'm glad you asked. I had a Baconator and a boner, and
One thing led to another.
okay.
Did you have enough mayonnaise on it? So I had to improvise.
Oh my
I
god.
was all out of pumpkins. Oh my god. All
I
right.
see this Baconator. It's giving me the eye.
Where did it come from?
Where does it go?
Where did it come from, Dave Thomas?
Oh, Dave.
So-
Thomas. Anyway,
Rip.
Ben, please.
So, have you guys seen Tropic Thunder?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Most of it.
Do you remember the bit of dialogue where the guy's talking about how the dominant format is decided by which format the porn industry goes with?
That's true.
No, yeah, I've heard that before. I think I'd heard it possibly before that movie as well.
Like, which is why we have Blu-ray instead of HD DVD.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, like one of the interesting things is that like any technology that can be used for porn will be used for porn.
Correct.
And
The newfangled rotoscope.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It was, incidentally. Nickelodeon's, that was some of the first films for Nickelodeon's.
Pornographic Nickelodeons.
Pornographic
Yeah.
Nickelodeon's.
Man, I remember that channel differently.
Oh, you don't have to do too much digging to find like Fairly Odd Parents porn, man. It's
Right.
But yeah, no, anything that can be will be, because that's just kind of like how people work. And then because like people are particularly obsessed with sex, it drives big trends like that.
sure.
Like it'll drive what technologies people adopt and use.
Yeah, and
I think Tesla got so popular.
Right.
Right, because you could fuck in that car.
You totally fucking that car. It drives itself.
Yeah.
oh, I thought.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Actually,
See, I
Exactly.
I thought you were talking about Nikola Tesla, the scientist. Like
Oh, he fucks.
Oh, he
you don't
fucks.
think he
fucks.
used those like fucking lightning things on his nipples?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
right.
I'm pretty sure there's
Tesla.
historical documents of that, actually. Yeah.
Tesla ass naked in the middle of a giant warehouse with 2 coils electrifying his nipples with like 400 volts.
Tesla.
Tesla,
You autistic bastard.
Yeah, Tesla was a weird enough dude to have some outlandish fetishes, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we
Why
know
is that
we know
weird?
that he felt like he was like married to that bird.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that was like part of Tesla's thing. Is there was this bird that came to his window and like he wrote about it like it was his wife and he was in love with it, and like
That's kind of weird. As long as he didn't fuck it, I guess it's fine.
Do you think he fucked the bird?
just throwing empty cans all over my goddamn basement, Chris.
What are you talking about?
He's doing a Mike Stoklasa thing.
I see. I see. But yeah, no,
had a
Tesla
beer.
was in love with a bird and maybe tried to fuck it.
Well, James Joyce let his wife fart in his mouth, so
Yeah, right.
Same.
yeah.
Isn't that really like just the sweetest thing though? Like,
true love.
Oh, it's so sweet.
It's a loving couple.
Yeah, right. Doing what they love.
You guys have posited this argument to
Wife
me before.
indulges her husband's fetishes, and,
Sure.
and he, he gives her lots and lots of money because he's a famous poet.
One day I hope to find a woman that can fart in my mouth.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, if you become a Yelp reviewer and
My
you,
dearest,
you might have a chance at that.
my dearest farting Nora.
Yes, I could pick her farts out.
Farting Nora.
I could pick out her farts in a room full of farting women. That was the line.
That if you're a fart fetishist, that's probably super romantic. I wonder how well known that is. I've never delved into the fart fetish community myself, but I wonder how well known that is. That like James Joyce is like a big progenitor of that.
They're probably like aware of it. They're like, we're in good company.
He's like the poster boy of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a pretty fucking harmless thing in the grand scheme of things.
as far as
Depends on what she
fetishes go-
ate.
Yeah, that's true.
Sure,
Yeah.
but
But as far as fetishes go, it's like no one's getting hurt.
no one's getting hurt. No one's controlling the other. There's no like. It's not. James Joyce wasn't a pedophile.
Yeah,
Like-
right.
Like you know, all of your fucking literature heroes and everything. It's like Lewis Carroll. Well,
Yeah, pervert.
wanted to
Sex
fuck his
pervert.
neighbor's kid. It's
James Joyce never did that. He
it's ki-
just ate some farts.
it's frankly kind of refreshing to hear about like an icon.
refreshing.
Shut
is a
up!
funny-
I know what
kind of
you're
refreshing.
gonna
It's a
say.
really funny choice
Shut
of
up.
words.
It's kind of refreshing.
Refreshing.
to know that like
Yeah.
one of your icons has a relatively harmless kink,
Yeah,
it's
it's like a somewhat strange but ultimately not so upsetting fetish.
sure
It's just that it's weird to most people, but it's not like
for sure
It's not like damaging.
it's strange, and I'm sure he knew that.
Yeah,
That's why he keeps it private, because
just a regular old fart hound. You know,
Just sucking up those farts.
just an ordinary run of the mill fart muncher.
if not a fartiste, then certainly a patron of the farts.
That is solid, Ben.
Oh, well done.
Fartiste.
I feel like I'm on kind of a roll today.
Can you not right in front of the fucking microphone? I swear to God.
Pizza chips.
Just destroying it.
Oh, these are gonna make for
no.
Right in the microphone.
Stop
Man.
doing that.
These are gonna make for some.
Pizza's on my butthole. You can have pizza anytime.
These are gonna make some really
When
sexy
pizza's-
farts later on.
When
Oh,
pizza's on my butthole, you can have pizza anytime.
What is the butthole but a flesh bagel?
Yeah, it's true. That's a good point. A flesh bagel right for the deposit of cheese and roni at your earliest snacking convenience.
So technology.
What is the butthole but a flesh bagel? That is something else.
What is the butthole but an external port through which to send waste data?
You got IT on the brain, buddy.
I do.
You need to unplug for a week.
I do. Do you know how fucking long I spent studying commonly used port numbers?
I believe it was a long time.
Longer than I needed to
You mean
for
like,
the
you
exam.
mean like TCP/IP kind of port numbers? Or?
Yeah, like HTTP is TCP/80. Fucking DNS is UDP/53. And you know how much of that came up on the test? Like 2 questions.
But you had to know them all to know you'd get that.
Got to know them all, and they'll change the questions at a moment's notice. You know,
That's
it's never going to
brutal.
be the same twice. They are very, very serious about
That is brutal.
So obviously, I can't say
Listened.
what questions I encountered relating to those.
Yeah.
but ask me any fucking common port number, and I'll tell you.
Yeah.
because now that shit is drilled into my brain.
All I
through-
can think of, I cannot envision anything but putting pizza on your butthole now. You guys have fucked my night up. I'm like picturing me laying down on my belly with pizza on my butthole and just like laying there.
Go on.
Because now what?
We're not a fraternity. We're not going to haze you like this. Like,
It's in my, it's,
I mean, if he wants to,
it's
I mean,
poison
can we
my
really-
brain.
I mean,
Are we gonna stop him?
It's just that's so vivid.
Yeah. When pizza's on your butthole,
You can eat pizza anytime.
anytime.
Well, if you can reach your own butthole,
not you, but someone
you,
else
someone
can.
Someone else can
eat
have pizza.
Sure.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Talk about
You
a
can
deep
eat
dish.
Know what I'm talking about? Telling me you wouldn't let someone lick pizza out of your butthole?
What kind of a monster are you? You're not going to share? You have pizza on your butthole. And
You're not going to shit.
I guess it
Keep
depends on
that
where
to
the pizza's
yourself.
from, like Little
there's a lot-
Caesars,
There's a lot of good pizza places around
Right,
here, though. That
right.
shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
Plus, you have to fit an entire 12-inch pie onto your butthole somehow.
Well, I mean, that's not. A
No,
challenge
you
to me, yeah.
just wad the last little hot tippy part on the end into a ball, and then you
Where
put
does
it
the
there.
little table thing go? Is it just right on top?
Oh yeah.
this episode is about technology.
Getting back to tech, we did phones, we did computers.
And this is what we're using that miracle for, ladies and gentlemen. 20,000 years of simple machines to complex machines to electronics to this, and we're using it to talk about pizza inside of your asshole.
This is truly the culmination of millennia of scientific.
We made it, guys.
We got it. We did it. Really hit the peak.
The first person to discover the fulcrum likely thought, one day people are going to use the internet to talk about stuffing pizza in their assholes.
Yeah.
What a visionary.
Fulcrum guy. Shout out to Fulcrum guy.
Shout out to Org of Zarn.
Anyway, technology?
Technology.
Technology. So whenever I do technology in a British accent, you know the sketch I'm talking about. It's a brass eye sketch where the anchor is like, why are so many people?
John Oliver, actually.
Is it John Oliver? Oh my God.
Whoa.
Why are so many people frightened of technology? It's just this dude in a suit walking up to some random woman. Technology! And flashing a big sign, and she just goes, oh my God.
I do remember that.
But
I have also seen that.
But it's true that a lot of people are intimidated by computers and by even by their own phones sometimes. But
There's good reasons for that.
there are. But I want to say it's really, really, really hard to accidentally break a computer.
Yeah, you really have to work at it.
You really have to break a computer beyond repair. You
Right.
really have to intentionally know what you're doing
Now.
and go a specific way.
Now you do.
Yeah.
They used to be like
Sure.
built in such a way where it's like they assumed, like, one of the hallmarks of great engineering is assuming the fail case, assuming that the thing you're intending to happen doesn't happen.
Which we've learned over the years for sure.
Yeah.
You're right.
And I think computers used to be designed in such a way where it's like, here's the manual, here's what it does, do these things.
Yeah.
And then people invariably get things wrong. And it's like, well, you did it wrong. It's on you, right?
Right.
But we increasingly, I think, design very carefully to avoid the failure case.
And to be fair to Mac, I'm a Windows guy. I don't like Mac's proprietary technology or its inability to customize anything. But to be fair to Mac, that's one thing it's done really well is make the experience really
Totally.
crazy simple for the end user.
Yeah. That's why their OS hasn't really changed very much since iOS
Yeah.
like 1 or 2. I mean, like they've made it larger, but it looks the same. And
Yeah, you've got the Finder, the buttons. The button placement for all of these OSs hasn't really changed.
No.
Your desktop icons are on the right. The menu's in the top left. You've got, your window buttons in the upper right.
I don't know.
top right.
Top.
Yeah. And nothing much about Windows has changed. It's even even its system utilities like Time Machine, it's the system restore function, the backup function.
Yeah.
You look at that and kind of automatically realize what it does.
One of the smart things about Mac's or Apple's design philosophy for a long time, I think they might be getting away from it now, is like modeling things after real world things that are understandable and approachable.
Sure.
And I think Time Machine is actually kind of a good example of that. Is like,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, so it's not an existing thing, but the concept is super clear.
Yeah.
Someone knows what that means.
Yeah, if you fuck something up, you can go back in time to an earlier point and it'll all be okay.
Yeah.
And I would normally say the exception is spyware because spyware attacks system restore points, except there's not a lot of that's coded for Mac.
Right.
That used to be true. It isn't anymore.
Really?
Yeah, it used to be true because Macs used to occupy such a small amount of the market share that it wasn't considered feasible or like a worthwhile use of time
Right.
to code things like that for Macs. But now increasingly, a lot of people, including a lot of really wealthy people, have Macs. It's actually kind of a better target in a way.
Sure.
The old claim that they didn't write, I'm sorry, I got distracted.
Yeah, no, this fucking gnat that's been flying around.
I fucking hate it so much.
You should get some of these beer cans out of here.
Yeah. you
That reverberated so hard. Holy shit. The anger.
yeah, the complete frustration. You just get these beer cans out of here. Over the shoulder.
Yeah.
The body of Christ.
But no, but you're right though. And the downside to that, now that again, I'm not up on like the current state of Mac desktop systems, but the fact that if that's right, if Macs are occupying a bigger market share,
Fuck off.
then like
Sorry, bill collectors.
the downside, what?
Bill collectors.
Oh, the downside now,
Who the hell is bill collectors?
bill stickers will be prosecuted.
Bill stickers is an innocent man.
The downside now is that, to fix those things, you need a certain amount of control over the OS that Mac doesn't provide you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's true.
And that's distressing.
You could probably still make the argument that power users are more interested in PC.
For sure. If not Linux.
Yeah, the ultimate power users are Linux users.
Yeah, and I've never used a Linux system in my life.
Yeah.
You're expected to learn command lines for A+ pertaining to Linux. Just in case you ever run into it and you know how to like visually view a file through the command line or do all these things through the command line. But I've never personally used a Linux distro in my life.
I don't know. Like, I think we talked about this once before, but it's like it's fair to also assume that like Linux users kind of have a better handle on their shit.
For sure.
You're not going to typically encounter people that have no idea what they're doing waiting around on a Linux machine.
They're not going to
Yeah.
accidentally tweet hardcore porn?
No.
Okay.
They might do that.
They might do that?
Yeah.
Are you saying that
it's-
Ted Cruz is a Linux user?
I'm saying that Ted Cruz is the Zodiac killer.
Ted Cruz is the Zodiac killer.
Ted Cruz is absolutely, it's beyond doubt.
Definitely the Zodiac killer.
Zodiac killer confirmed.
So the way I think I like to understand it is this.
I'm gonna come over there If you keep eating right into the microphone, I'm coming over there.
You say you're sorry.
So the way I understand it,
We all know you're not.
the way I kind of understand it, or have come to understand it over the years, is like Mac users are the kind of people who get an action figure and keep it in the box.
Yeah.
Windows users are the kind of people who take it out of the box and pose it in whatever way they want to.
Yeah.
And Linux users are the ones that build it from raw materials.
Yeah. Or take the action figure completely apart and figure out how to like line all the joints with graphite and make it nice and put it back
Right.
together again.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's for the moment. I'll say for the moment that is beyond my comprehension, but I don't think it's something that I can't learn eventually.
Yeah.
It's just I'm happy with my Windows setup because my main application is gaming.
Yeah, right.
And that's just what I use my PC for.
A bit about that. Steam recently made kind of a big splash by dropping it built into Steam for Linux, a sort of I don't know exactly what, I guess it's a desktop environment that makes it very, very easy to port games that run on Windows onto Linux.
That's
which is a
cool.
huge deal for Linux
Yeah, I heard
people.
about that, yeah.
Yeah, I think they call it like not Photon or something. It's got like some kind of cool name like that.
Yeah.
Phasar.
Phaser,
Quasar.
Blaster,
Laser Shark.
Like pussy explosion. Something cool like that.
by Steam.
Blaze.
By Steam.
Laser.
But yeah,
Laser.
the idea behind it is to make, and they already like when they launched, they had something like 100 titles already built into it because
That's
it's
cool.
apparently really, really easy to do.
Yeah.
It's some sort of intermediary to basically take all this Windows stuff and just run it neatly on Linux. And
Sure.
that also means that it's coming a little bit late because they have all these Steam machines that they can't sell still.
It's like, they're like giving away for like $5.
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
Yeah, like you can get a
I don't
Steam
know who
machine
thought
for
that was a good
high five.
idea. That was not a great.
Anyone who's in the market for a Steam machine already has a gaming PC.
Probably.
You know?
Correct.
And all they would really need is the Steam Link, which is much more affordable and
Yeah.
super cool.
Yeah. What they probably should have done is just manufactured one and really market it like a proper game console and not like a gaming PC.
Yeah.
Like the Ouya.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the Ouya.
A proper game console.
like the Ouya, but good.
The Ouya that ended up being $40 by the time it was done.
Well, because what it was is like, hey, all those games you like playing on your mobile phone, well, why wouldn't you like to play them on your television?
Because
with
I'm
this-
not out of the house right now.
with a shitty controller. We call it the Ouya.
Yeah, but Ouya had the Amazing Frog, which is a game where you just walk around and fart with a frog.
Can you fart into
Actually on it?
someone else's mouth?
Yeah, right into their open mouth.
I hope.
I dream.
You're telling me you haven't just blown a big one right into somebody's mouth before?
Did I tell you guys the story I found on Reddit?
Excuse me?
This is like some guy who's like, he was like in a Target and some kid was being a little shithead to his mom and being like, you throwing like a fucking
yeah.
fit. So he goes up to the kid. The mom has faced away from the kid with her arms folded. The kid's complaining still on the floor about how he can't get his toy or whatever. And this guy, meanwhile, has crouched and just pushed his ass right up into this kid's face. The kid hears this guy's friend laughing, so the kid looks up and is face to face with an ass. And the guy blows this mighty fart that starts off like a foghorn and then like wiles down and like gets real hot and smelly in the middle of it. This beautiful fart, and the kid stands there for like 2 seconds before he starts crying, and he can't even get words out.
Beautiful.
It's really worth reading for
Amazing.
yourself. The guy wrote it so beautifully.
Beautiful.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, so technology.
technology.
Yeah.
Technology allows us to share these stories, these bar stories, frankly, over Reddit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I worry, like I said before, technology may be moving too fast for me, but it's something I like and it's something I'm good at, and this is a path I would really like to pursue because it's something, again, I think I'm pretty gosh darn good at.
Yeah, gosh darn.
Gosh darn
Pretty
good at.
Laura Dern.
Pretty
good
Laura
at it.
Dern.
Pretty Laura Dern good at it.
I know there's like
Purple hair, Laura Dern.
Purple hair, Laura Dern on my mind.
No, never.
It's so stupid.
But this, every once in a while, like you'll see on Facebook, like someone posting that fucking video of like the kid in a black and white world wandering through the city, and like everyone's got their smartphones out instead of like actually living life. It's like, oh, cell phones are evil. Fuck you. I love technology. I love what it does for us. I love the ways it brings people together.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle on this. I kind of hate it. I like a lot about it.
Hey, Dave, catch.
Oh, God, no.
No, just with your mouth, you idiot.
I know what you're throwing at me.
Well,
You didn't specify what it was.
Potato chip.
Guess that would have helped.
It was, so it was
That's good.
earlier we were watching fucking
You were watching fucking?
you need to chew right.
I know,
We were-
sliced my lip on
Chew
it.
more gooder next time.
With a sharp chip.
Chew better next time.
Look, Brady, we know you know how to eat, so
Right, obviously.
that's not the problem.
We were watching that video of Tiger Woods winning that recent tournament.
Light the candle. Sorry.
I missed the chip.
We're playing potato snack basketball.
Basketball.
Snacksketball, yeah.
Basketball.
Someone had
Yeah,
to say it.
Yeah, we were all looking at each other like, who's gonna say it first?
Yep. And unison, yeah.
So we were watching that video earlier of Tiger Woods winning that tournament, and like half the fucking people in the audience have their fucking cell phones
Yeah,
out.
stop it. Watch,
I hate that.
Watch
I'm
the fucking...
so fucking tired of that.
I remember when
The deep irony of that is we were watching a video recorded on his cell phone.
right? Yeah.
But that was, the thing is, that was what came up on YouTube. There's like actual footage of the event shot with professional cameras.
Yeah, right.
Of the crowd there.
Yeah.
I didn't need fucking Tito and his fucking bros.
Like, okay, how many times have you filmed a concert, like from where you were sitting, and then went back and watched it and went, this is good?
Yeah. Sure.
Pretty damn good, right?
I stopped
I did
doing
this.
that after a
Ready
while.
to Stanley
I
Kubrick, if I
just-
say so myself.
After a while, I put my phone away during any live show.
Because every musician hates that.
And it's not good. It's like it's unlistenable, unwatchable. It's bad.
My ex and I went to go see City in Color when Dallas Green came to Cleveland, and when he played one of his more famous songs, he's like, "Just guys, do me a favor for this song. Can we please just put our phones away?" He's like, "There's enough really shitty versions of this out on YouTube already. Just
enjoy
watch.
a thing."
and then you can pull them back out again." He's
Yeah.
like, just please.
Now, when Aubrey and I went to see Fall Out Boy, Aubrey recorded a few songs, but like it certainly helps to like be able to like revisualize like where you were, what was going on up. Yeah, she also has a spotty memory sometimes.
I have pre-diabetes.
So
We all have a.
I have osteoporosis.
Three of us have pre-diabetes.
I'm working on it.
But you're getting there.
The Army Arts and Crafts
you'll get
Department
there.
Aspiring
sent me to
pre-diabetes.
Korea.
Don't let your dreams be dreams. So, but no,
I talked about the depression earlier, right?
when I went to Electric Zoo like way back in 2009 to see DJ ATB, I recorded a song or two, but the occasional recording here or there doesn't hurt. Obviously, it's just like when you have your phone out for the entire fucking thing, it's like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Why would you come to see the show? Why can't you just watch the fucking thing, the entire thing on YouTube if that's what you're doing?
Yeah.
You gotta get the live experience with your own eyes sometimes. And I remember when we went to see Flight of the Conchords at the State Theater in Cleveland.
Yeah.
They forbade cell phone use, period. Hard stop. I remember, that woman like 4 rows in front of us and to the right.
Yeah.
Like the dude came and said, you need to put your cell phone away or we'll have to escort you out.
Yeah.
Aubrey, do you want to say something?
I was just gonna say at the Fall Out Boy concert, the first thing that shows up on the screen is "Please put away your cell phone."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So
Which
they're
I
on
didn't
it.
listen to.
You anticipated direct order.
To be
Yeah.
fair.
Pete Wentz is going to come out and just shake his head. at you.
He's gonna come out and torture you with his guitar flamethrower.
He hates
Yeah.
that people have their phones.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
be
put
there.
it like this.
Right.
Nobody. Sight gags. Nobody can see me. I put it in front of my face, like by my lips,
Yeah.
so that it's not
Yeah.
in anyone's way.
Yeah.
Sure.
But Okay, bye.
Yeah, that's the thing.
This in from Aubrey Martin's news desk.
That's the thing. Obviously, there are exceptions to the like put your cell phones away thing. But like in general, it's like people who do the entire fucking thing and like hold their phones up so like you're seeing double. You're seeing the live event and you're seeing the fucking thing in front of you. Like
Yeah.
you
The
know.
people right in front of you mean like the people like right in front of you doing that where you have to keep glancing over at their phone because it's a light in your eyeball.
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to a lesser extent, I went to Colorado earlier this summer, and I just didn't take that many pictures.
Yeah, right.
I took
That's the way I am.
I felt like I took a lot, but then when I looked back at it, I was like, oh, like 14. Okay, that's not a whole lot.
That's kind of how my trip out in July was. I thought I took enough pictures, and I could have taken more, but
Right.
It's got to be something special for sure.
Well, and like I went to the Garden of the Gods, which is fucking amazing. Ooh. And like I
Garden of the Gods.
they got
Yeah.
ranch. I mean, I'm just saying, if it's a garden of the gods, they probably got salads. They probably
Listen,
got ranch.
dude, ranch isn't that good. Let's just be fucking real here.
Excuse
Who
me.
is that?
You just inadvertently said the phrase "dude ranch," which tickles me.
Dude Ranch.
The
The Garden of the Gods is a natural rock formation, basically created by a volcano in the middle of Colorado, near Colorado Springs, and it's fucking amazing.
That's sweet.
Huh.
Yeah. Just these really weird like rock formations that are like orange, like in the middle of all these beautiful trees and stuff like that. I did take a bunch of pictures, but like I was mostly just experiencing it.
Yeah, right. That's what you need to
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to
do. Anyway.
No, yeah,
No, I really believe that.
Yo, absolutely.
What? I actually believe you.
I'm saying I'm not saying I really believe you just got to experience things.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were. No, I really believe you were there. Like just like
Made
shittily.
it all up.
Okay, I believe you.
No, I agree with
it.
Ranch just isn't that good. Okay.
I fucking can't
That is
even
not
believe
the
you
truth.
right
This
now.
is we're talking a creamy peanut butter guy here. All right.
Oh,
Are you just
we're gonna
trying to start
this
a
again.
fight tonight?
All right. Well,
You want
anyway.
to fucking go right now?
Well, anyway. I think we should probably move on to what we've learned. After a brief break, because my bladder is actually hurting,
Yeah,
and I need
need
to
a brief break.
I need to dispose of
Break
this.
my briefs wide
Touch your
open.
briefs on this.
You need to get this pizza off your butthole.
I need to open my external waste port and dump some data.
All right.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, then we'll
Fantastic.
be back in a minute with more.
Yeah.
We'll be back. Welcome back to the Three Dudes Show.
Light the candle.
Oh my gosh.
Oh shit! Wait, Chris, what the fuck did you just do?
What the fuck did you do? Did you just casualty of war?
Oh my god! So
Chris Brady just threw a beer
literally
can at my
ruining the show right
girlfriend.
now.
threw a beer can through the tiny
Threw
gap.
a beer can at my girlfriend.
Sorry, I didn't
better
mean
than
to hit
needle.
that.
That was
Are you,
awesome.
are you happy? Are you happy right now?
Are you okay?
No, I did. It just.
Okay.
You happy?
I'm like, oh shit! I thought I was trying to hit the blanket.
Did you want to hit someone with a beer can? Because this is how you hit someone with a beer can. Chris.
Look, here's the actual truth. It takes a lot of willpower to be Mike Stacklasa.
It does, yeah.
And none of us here are Mike Stacklasa.
They're not up for it. Not capable.
That was remarkable, though. Really, what a shot!
Not what I intended
You
at
just
all.
made it right through that tiny gap in the curtains here.
Hey man, nice shot.
Yeah, nice shot. Yeah,
Nice shot.
you did good.
Nice on.
So, Jesus Christ.
Hey, anyway.
We've had a couple of like
Anyway.
like precision moments from Chris recently. We had that one where he like flipped the cap
the beer cap into the
Dave's
coffee. Yeah, that was awesome.
That was, yeah,
Not for you.
that's
'cause-
you're basically the dude
your
perfect
coffee.
of fucking up my night. Yeah.
Thanks for that. Yep.
Okay, so we're gonna get to recommendations. I'm gonna get through mine first real quick because guess what? It's another video game.
What?
earlier today, in fact, I just beat the first Darksiders.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah, good choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Darksiders, if you don't know, is a game where you play as War, as in Horsemen of the Apocalypse War,
That's kind of cool.
with brothers, famine, pestilence, and death. Famine.
Famine.
Ask your doctor about famine today.
Ask Black Betty about Famalam.
Really struck a nerve with you.
Okay.
That was really good.
Man, I just tossed that one out casual. That went way far. That got more mileage than I thought.
That's where some of the best puns come from. You gotta feel it and you gotta eject it. You gotta just kind of. So
All right.
All right.
So anyway, in Darksiders, you play as War, Horseman of the Apocalypse.
That's badass.
You are falsely accused of starting the apocalypse early. Basically, heaven and hell have a treaty that is mediated by some entities known as the Charred Council. And
Okay.
it's not, it ain't exactly Catholic canon or whatever, but the thing is, war shows up and heaven and hell are going at it in the middle of humanity's world, and you end up getting punished for it. Like, why did you show up? The seals weren't broken, and so you as War have to prove your innocence. So you set out a campaign of just essentially killing everything in sight, getting a new gadget, and that lets you get new secrets. It's like a Zelda / Castlevania like sort of thing.
Okay.
Like a Metroidvania type thing in 3D.
Okay.
It's very Zelda-esque, yeah.
Yeah, it's very Zelda-esque. You get a new gadget, and it's like, oh shit, now I can get to this place and get this secret.
Yeah, like I guess a lot of sort of adventure type platformer kind of things do this. Like locations become accessible later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, really good combat. Like some of the most fun I've had with this like fantasy action melee combat in a while.
Really tight control scheme too.
For sure.
It's just super fluid and
Flood.
Yeah. It's
Fluid.
It's very flood.
It
Like
has,
the word fluid, it's fluid.
it has this great system of introducing you to enemies in a way that like it'll like introduce it as like this big, scary new enemy, and like you gotta figure out its, how it telegraphs its attacks and how you're going to defeat it. And then like, in the next section, it'll lock you in a room, in like a challenge room. It's like, okay, here's some minor enemies. Here's the enemy you faced last time. Now here's 2 of them. You know? So it does a really good job of kind of like getting you into the flow of combat and how to beat these enemies.
Sweet.
Great action, incomprehensible story. It's full of it's full of high fantasy twaddle and nonsense. It's like watching Tigtone.
yeah, it's also really funny too. In parts, it can be pretty funny.
Sure. Mark Hamill is the voice of your like evil Navi that like helps you navigate the
He's
world.
the best.
He does his Joker voice.
Oh, okay.
And he's really good. As he always is.
Yeah.
It's just a great action adventure, Zelda-esque, like you said, kind of adventure game, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
And I just beat it today.
Yeah.
The ending is badass.
Oh, really?
The ending is super badass.
Dude, spoilers.
Is it? So I assume it's like on Steam.
It's on Steam
And original Xbox.
yeah, Steam and original
I
Xbox.
think it was a 360 title.
Was it? I thought it was original Xbox.
No,
Fairly certain
360.
360, yeah.
360.
Wow, I got my Xbox,
the
official Xbox magazine demo discs.
I'm sorry. Your official Xbox magazine demo dicks?
I recently re-listened to the Goose Chase episode where I was on talking about Daikatana and how John Romero used to work for Soft Disk
Yeah.
Yeah.
and how that could be really
Soft
easily
Dicks.
mispronounced.
Soft discs.
Subtext.
So what is on the demo dicks? Is it Did you ever go for the full version, or did you just try out the tip for a bit?
You don't
I
get,
just put
you
it
don't
in
get,
for a second.
Yeah.
You don't get war. You just get his kid cousin playground fight.
The demo dicks.
Demo dicks.
Demo dicks.
I don't want the whole thing.
One of the four.
I just want to try it for a bit.
One of the four hobby horsemen of apocalypse. Playground fight, chicken pox, hungry for Lunchables, and going to heaven.
Oh man, all right. Morty.
So anyway, yeah, Darksiders is great. There, the remastered, the fully unlocked edition on Steam is called the War Mastered
Yeah,
Edition.
it's a good title.
Yeah,
Not quite as good as Remastered, but it's pretty good.
Well, that's what the sequel to Red Dead Redemption is. Remastered.
Remastered.
That's a joke only gamers are gonna get. Sorry, everybody else.
Remastered.
Any real gamers out there? Real gamers rise up. Gamers rise up.
We
Rise
live
up.
in a society.
Listen, it's really just about
Context.
ethics in game.
Yeah, journalism naturally. Yeah.
Yeah, Darksiders.
Obviously.
The version I played through is the War Master Edition. It's awesome. It's all the fun and violence you could expect out of a game where you play as the literal horsemen of war.
Yeah.
So, and it's super cool when you finally get Ruin, which is war's horse.
Wait, the Horseman of War has a war horse?
You don't say.
A horse on a horse, of course. Of course. A lesson, of course.
I heard you like horses.
War on a
people have
horse,
horse on
of
a
course,
horse.
of course. A war on a
You ride a horse while you
horse is a
ride a
matter
horse.
of course.
Yo, dog.
No, it takes a while to get Ruin, and Ruin plays a big part in the final boss fight, which is one of my favorite final boss fights ever. It was so cool. It was so much fun. Darksiders is really great. You should definitely check it out.
I dig it.
I haven't played the sequel yet. I don't even own it. It's one of the maybe the few games on Steam that I don't own at this point. But I will definitely be checking out Darksiders 2 at some point in the future.
The dog is doing something very weird right now.
What is that?
He's like army crawled out from the edge of the table and he's like chasing something. I think there's a bug down here that he sees that I don't.
Get him. Oh, he got him.
Did you get it?
Yeah, he did. He's chewing something.
Fucking wrecked it.
Ah, that's
It
great.
might have been the chip you didn't catch earlier.
Oh, it's the chip.
Yeah,
Might be the
that's
chip.
probably that.
Definitely the chip.
It's definitely that. There's no way he's doing something useful.
Yeah, your dog's
He's
not
looking
that
for
smart.
the
He also
chip.
stalked it like it's a living thing.
Well, you say that, but one night we all watched him jump up and eat a horsefly whole.
It was fucking righteous.
It was incredible.
Yeah. He did the same thing to a bee once. He just like caught a bee out of the air and ate it.
Bet he regretted that immediately.
You know what? He didn't show it.
Yeah.
He was all right. He like caught it and he no now I remember he caught it and he was like bleh, and he spit it out and then he chewed it some more off the ground. And then he ate it.
Oh God.
What a man.
Interesting.
That sounds like a fucking Death in Dead Space. Like
No, Death in Dead Space is when
brutal.
you puke the bunny head up on your carpet.
Yeah, that's pretty horrifying.
God.
The thing I'll never forget is the heaviness of the head of a rabbit in a dustpan. As I walk it out to the front of the driveway, and I'm just like feeling its head bob in the dustpan, going, "This is too real. I don't like it."
Aubrey gets really upset when I call Boba a Nazi, but he's got a real brutal streak to
Yeah,
him.
he does.
He's fairly uncaring.
Yeah.
He really is he's like an apex predator around.
Yeah.
here.
Joseph Gobbles.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
So anyway, Chris, your recommendation, please.
Well, okay. I'm going to recommend a movie this week.
Sweet. Hell yeah.
It's another A24 production who is fucking killing it, as I've said before on this show. A24 did a horror movie recently called Hereditary that I watched.
You mentioned this.
You mentioned this in the context of having to take a break.
We took a break. Yeah, we had to we paused we had to go get part of it was we had to go get Q-tips because we were house sitting and I think they took all
You
the
had to give
Q-tips
yourself a
off.
Cotton Eye
Yeah, to give
Joe.
yourself
I had to go give myself a Cotton Eye Joe. We had to go, but I paused the movie in the middle of it, and I thought what I thought was the middle of it, and I realized I still had like an hour and 30 minutes of this film left. Yeah. And I was like, oh, fuck, I can't do this. I need a break. So, Hereditary was a film by A24 Productions that doesn't really take the cop-out method that you see from a lot of horror films. There is one jump scare that I can think of, and I don't even think it technically qualifies as a jump scare.
Okay.
The only thing it's guilty of the one stupid horror film trope of like making the music really loud at a moment where you're supposed to be scared.
Yeah.
But as far as that goes, that's the only thing. Everything else is just purely terrifying horror film
in just its own way.
in its own way.
Like
It's
conceptually scary rather than like reaction or viscerally scary.
right. The story follows this family after the death of the maternal grandmother, and it's a teenage boy and then a preteen girl, and then the mother and the father. The father,
Judy Jetson.
his boy, Elroy,
For now, I guess.
his girl Ellen.
Yeah, there you go. Ellen Jetson.
Ellen Jetson.
Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah, Ellen DeGeneres.
Was he already? Yeah, what's Judy. I was trying to remember the name
Yeah,
of
Judy.
their other daughter. Their other daughter.
Well, yeah, because Elroy's trans.
Right, yeah, it's now headcanon for me.
Yeah, Ellen is Elroy's.
Ellen Jetson.
We can't dead name Ellen Jetson.
Right.
It's
That's right.
it's Ellen Jetson,
Oh my
other
God.
daughter Judy, and Jane, his wife, who takes all his money because that's what wives do in the 60s. Women.
Hey Jane, blow me for a change.
Wait, hold on a minute. That was Fred Flintstone asking Jane Jetson to blow him.
Oh yeah.
No.
No, she fucks.
It's a very similar voice. Hey Jane, why don't you blow me for a change? Versus just the very deeper register. Hey Wilma.
Hey Wilma.
Hey Wilma.
How about you lick this pizza out of my asshole?
Hey Wilma. I hate that they're putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.
Hey Wilma, I saw a poop swastika.
Fred Jones. Let me tell you something, Wilma. I'm a human, and I'm coming.
I'm a pioneer. I'm an explorer.
What is Venezuela?
Body, my civil liberties.
Anyway, Hereditary.
Yes.
So it follows this family after the maternal grandmother dies, and you get the impression throughout the story that the maternal grandmother was not the most warm of persons. The daughter gives
My daughter.
the daughter gives a eulogy, and it's just really half-hearted. And you throughout this story, they kind of reveal little pieces that are essential to the plot that kind of just make it known that this was not the nicest person.
Sure.
And after the grandmother's death, all these strange things start happening to this family, in particular to the little girl. I can't say a whole lot about this movie because there's a couple pretty serious twists that happen here. One of which was the moment that we had to take a break because it comes out of left field. And it's one of those moments where you just go,
Is this a baseball movie?
yeah, yes.
It's Field of Dreams.
It's Kevin
That's the twist.
Costner.
Halfway through the movie, it switches to
It's
Dreams.
Skyrim.
I was going to say,
Todd Howard.
halfway through the movie, the daughter looks around and she realizes she's in a wooden cart.
Favorite of boa. I'm a sword man myself. Todd Howard.
awake,
You motherfucker.
They caught you trying to cross the border, didn't they?
Get your teething hands off that.
As fearless in death as he was in life.
Hail, Jarl Ulfric. But things start happening to this family, and I can't say too much about this because it it's going to spoil a whole lot about this movie. But I will say that it does a couple things that I really like that are horror movie staples that nobody else executes the same way that I've seen in this movie.
Okay.
Creepy things that are just off just barely in the frame.
Yeah.
That just show up.
Yeah, you got to make him wonder if you really saw it. You know?
Right. Well, yeah, exactly. And like like the original Halloween was really good for this. Like you could see the killer in the background. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. You can see the creepy thing in the frame that's just barely there, and the scene goes on for way too long. So you know that thing is there. And the people in the room who are part of the scene don't know that the thing is there. So it's you know what I mean? It's things like that they do very well. Really disturbing kind of visuals. My favorite, this is going to sound stupid, but the movie The Ring, the best part about that movie is the stupid video that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything else is like whatever, but like the real creepy part is that stupid fucking 30-second video of just all that weird shit.
The part that fucked me up was when they open up the door and find their daughter in the closet and her jaw is just completely unhinged.
Yeah, draping open. Yeah.
Like that really just shook me.
The hand coming out of the well.
Yeah.
It's that little stuff, those little creepy visuals, and this movie has a fuck ton of these.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm talking like a lot of them.
Yeah.
This is a horror movie that I think kind of pays
Someone jerking off into a pumpkin.
Yeah, exactly.
the spookiest object to come into.
Every frame is so dense. Speaking of
Ellen Jetson
Just jack off a lantern.
flicking her bean into a pumpkin.
Man, I've really gotten attached to this Ellen Jetson thing.
Ellen Jetson.
I like it a lot.
What was the dog's name? Astro?
Astro.
yeah.
Astro's like, wait, what happened to Elroy?
See, you can't jerk off in front of a talking dog.
No.
That's a bad idea.
You definitely can't pull the peanut butter out in front of it.
Oh my God.
Especially if it's creamy peanut butter. You need chunky. If you're going to let
So
your
he can
dog
taste
lick it
his
off
nuts. Yeah.
of your genitals.
Okay.
Anyway, back to Hereditary. This movie pays homage to a lot of really great classic horror films. The original The Haunting being one, Rosemary's Baby. There's lots of really good homages there, and more astute film and horror fans are going to be able to pick those up pretty easily. One of the best things about this movie is the way it's shot. They take a lot of really simple classic film shots and they break them out for this. They film it in a very specific way, which is very basic. Whereas most horror now is like, holy shit, what the fuck is happening here?
I drew Ellen Jetson.
Oh, she's cute.
Yeah. Right?
I'd hit it.
Yeah.
She's like...
Yeah, I'd hit it.
I mean, Ellen Jetson in this picture is depicted as like 9. So,
Right.
9 out of 10. Am I right?
You know what I'm talking about?
all right, thanks a lot.
I'm thinking about that Drake meme where it's like, daughter Judy, and he's like,
Nah, Ellen Jetson.
Ellen Jetson.
Thumbs up.
Oh my
right.
God.
Yeah, no. But no, if you pay attention, if you're a fan of film and you're a fan of horror films, you're going to notice a lot of these details. There's one part of the movie where, and it's necessary.
Yeah.
Towards the middle later part of the movie, it starts to ground itself a little bit more, and it starts to turn into standard horror movie.
Yeah.
This is A24, so this is the same company that gave us The Vitch, which was my favorite movie. A couple years ago.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, which is a little bit more ethereal and kind of leaves a little bit more to the imagination.
Yeah.
This does at some point become a direct horror film. It turns into a direct horror film at a certain point.
Okay.
And that was the part where I was like, okay, you know what I mean? Like it grounds itself, but it redeems itself too, because it manages to be scary in a way that I'm not used to seeing in American horror films, at least now. People now, and again, this is another movie. This is A24, so this is a movie like The Witch where you know, it goes into these little independent film festivals, gets enormous reviews, and then everybody's like, I think this film has like a D+ audience score and like a 98 out of 100 reviewer score.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? It's like one of those things where viewers are like, whoa, no scary. You know what I mean? They want the stupid jump scare.
Jump out.
Right. It's like they're the people who are watching, the people who are going.
Jump out. Yeah, sure. Your headphones too loud. Sorry.
Just now.
But yeah, it's one of those. So if you're, I'm assuming everybody here seems like they're a pretty good fan of film and classic cinema. So if you're, I think everybody here would kind of appreciate it in a different way than most stupid, fat, popcorn munching Americans would. Whereas they're going to be like, it wasn't that scary. This was dumb. You know what I mean?
That voice is like almost that guy and you know my name.
Yeah.
Where it's like,
You know my name. I love that song.
Yeah.
But no, I can't say too much without spoiling it. Featuring, I don't know the actress's name, but the creepy little girl.
Ellen Jetson.
Ellen Jetson. Featuring the creepiest little girl I've ever seen in a horror movie, and there's a lot of really creepy little girls in lots of horror movies. She's fucking terrifying. Everybody else is terrifying. This movie is terrifying, and I suggest you watch it if you really want to be genuinely unnerved.
Yeah,
I dig it.
I'm into that once in a while. Whenever I think of movies that make me genuinely unnerved and just like uncomfortable, like even in my own skin,
Yeah.
I tend to think of Old Boy.
Oh yeah, old boy. Yeah.
That'll do that.
Like everyone knows the fucking hammer scene, which is one of the coolest fucking things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But that entire movie just like makes your fucking skin crawl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he's eating that live octopus.
Oh God.
It was really freaky.
Everything about Old Boy is designed to make you uncomfortable. It's designed to rip you away from conventional society and just like uncomfortably place you in the protagonist's position, and it's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's the movie that I think of whenever I think of a movie that just makes you like so uncomfortable you can barely stand it.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
And so it sounds like Hereditary would be a movie.
It's gonna make you feel very uncomfortable.
I'm gonna watch in the near future.
It's very disconcerting.
Where'd you find it? Do you have to rent it or is it online?
we just read boxed it.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's out.
there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's
out
out there.
I know. I was talking to you recently about how Aubrey's a big fan of Jenna Marbles, and someone edited a bunch of footage of Jenna Marbles into the trailer for Hereditary, and it was easily one of the freakiest things in that entire compilation. Jenna and her boyfriend Julian will regularly look up edits of their stuff on YouTube and just comment on it. It's hilarious.
We'll play the trailer when we get back upstairs. I'm just gonna say one more thing about this movie that'll make sense once you've seen it.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it.
That doesn't look like anything to me.
That's it.
That's it?
Wait, what was it?
Yep.
Do they play?
You just gotta watch the movie.
Do they play "Drop It Like It's Hot"?
Wait, you gotta do the dance.
Someone's gonna do the drums. Ba, 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 ba.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Good.
When the pimp's in the crib, ma, drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. When the pigs try to get it, you pock it like it's hot. Pock it like it's hot. Pock it like it's hot. When at home and get an attitude, pop it like it's hot. Pop 'em like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. Got the Romeo on and a rolling Sean Don and a roll the best weed cause I got it going on. I'm a nice dude with some nice things. See these ice cubes, see these ice creams. Eligible bachelor, $1 million boat. That's whiter than what's spilling down your throat. Phantom, exterior like fish egg.
That's really good.
That's actually pretty sweet.
How do you remember all of that?
Fucking killed it. All right.
I can exercise you. This could be a phys ed. Cheat on your man. That's how you get a his ed. Anyway,
Sweet. Sweet.
I also like the tasteful edit of Homie.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, well, that's what I did when I first started doing karaoke. I would do rap because I didn't feel like I could sing very well.
Yeah.
and so anytime the N word showed up, I would either do homie or brother, depending on the context and depending on when it felt right.
Yeah.
So that's
You didn't feel comfortable shouting the N-word downtown?
no.
Okay.
That's weird. Why would?
which is great. There's a
Somewhere Kendrick Lamar is shitting in his gold toilet and nodding at you.
there's a great line. There's a great line in Mama Said Knock You Out.
Yeah.
Or no, not Mama Said Knock You Out.
I don't think LL Cool J has ever said the N word.
99 Problems. There's a great line in 99 Problems. 100 mil for bail because I'm African.
Yeah.
And that always felt weird doing it at karaoke.
Are you not African? I don't understand.
I mean, technically everyone is, but
right.
not in the context of African American hip hop.
Well,
Anyway,
Well, Dave,
Recommendations.
Your recommendation.
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 Recommendation time.
that's
Hey,
good. Recommendation.
So I this weekend was in our nation's capital.
Gay.
It was pretty gay.
Yeah.
No, it was awesome. I mean,
It's,
honestly,
it's allowed now.
he didn't even visit the Smithsonian.
well,
What?
I was being sort of like led through DC pretty fast and didn't get an opportunity to do everything.
Yeah, whatever.
We really didn't have as much time. I mean, you can't do the entire capital in a day.
You were there for a bachelor
you
party,
can.
right?
Right. We were there for a bachelor party.
Did you shotgun some beers in front of the Vietnam War Memorial?
Naturally.
Yeah. Oh no,
But
that's
that was on a dare, okay?
yeah, right.
Some folks about
Man to wave the flag. Ooh, red, white, blue.
yeah. Go, go.
Over 60,000 American troops.
Jesus Christ.
No, I saw some really moving shit.
Yeah.
I saw
Yeah.
some really moving shit. Really, like it
That
was like pretty
weird
amazing.
MLK memorial.
Yeah.
The MLK Memorial, which is like, yeah, it is kind of weird in a
Him
way.
disapprovingly look at all these fucking whites.
Yeah, like
Just fucking it up for everybody.
okay, so it's like a giant stone block.
Yeah.
One face is carved with MLK's face, and then split down the middle. It's just split, like you can walk through it.
Well, the idea of it, there's an inscription on the back that says something to the equivalent, I'm paraphrasing, is like, out of a mountain of despair came forth this thing of hope. Right?
Oh,
So
okay,
you're looking
okay.
at a big mountain, essentially, where a chunk has been precisely cut out and pushed forward.
That's cool.
That's really
Yeah,
cool.
which in so doing creates a passage for you to go through to then go around to the front of it and see
Yeah.
MLK. So it's very much like you're being guided through it.
Cool.
Which is cool.
One thing a lot of people don't know, Morty, about the Vietnam Memorial is one face. The line it creates points directly at the Lincoln Memorial, and the other face points directly at the Washington Monument.
Yeah.
And of course, that forms a V.
Yeah,
like
right.
it was like a college student that designed the
For
Vietnam Memorial.
Victory.
Well,
V for very sad.
Yeah, right. It's very
Alexa, play
moving.
that
yeah,
specific-
It's like
it was like an Asian American college student that designed it, and she won like so many accolades and awards for designing it.
it's very like I just remember the first time I was
And
there.
it's black because it reflects the person looking at it.
Right.
One thing that struck me about it is, in order to experience it, as you walk past it, what happens is you go down in elevation as you go past
And
it.
it goes up,
And
yeah.
you watch it climb as
Yeah.
you walk past it. And so every panel is taller than the one before it until you reach the middle. And it becomes really like overwhelming. Like
Yeah.
just like it's like watching the count rise in a way.
Right.
The thing I remember about it
Yeah,
is when
it's-
you're walking there to get to it, it gets quieter and quieter.
Yeah.
On your way there.
Yeah,
It's a very somber place.
People are very quiet there. People
I-
are very respectful there.
yeah. And I think also I don't know the acoustics of it, but I think it might also be designed in that way for audio purposes, for the fact that like not a lot of sound kind of comes into this like little
vacuum.
this
Yeah.
triangular this space. It's a pretty humbling fucking
Yeah,
thing.
it is very humbling.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
Did you get a chance to go to the cemetery? Jesus
I mean,
Christ.
Arlington?
Arlington, yeah.
We didn't get to go to Arlington. What we did do...
That's a humbling place.
We saw a lot of
Yeah.
things. We saw a couple of
Yeah, man.
museums. We didn't see them fully. We did see something called the Phillips Collection, which is a really, really great collection of artwork.
Yeah.
Which also contained some really impressive stuff. It's almost pointless to try to talk about it all, but there's I want to say a Renoir, the one of all the people on the boat partying,
Oh yeah.
yeah, and I got to
I
see
know
that.
what you're talking about. I don't know what it's called, but I know the painting
It's like
you're
the
talking
lunch party, something or other. But, that was just jaw dropping. But the most important things that I wanted to talk about for the recommendation are the things that pertain to the monuments of the Capitol and the things. So we did see the World War II Memorial.
Yeah.
We saw the Lincoln Memorial.
God's hands.
We saw the MLK Memorial. We saw the Vietnam Memorial. We kind of skirted past the Korean War Memorial because we were really short on time.
Yeah, you can skip that one.
Yeah, no, for real. The Korean Memorial is something. It's an open plot with a bunch of statues of soldiers kind of wading through the muck, and it's pretty powerful.
I felt bad because I was saying as we were approaching it, I was like, the Korean War is kind of this forgotten war. And Matt's reaction is, well, it's gonna stay forgotten for now because we got to get over there. So.
Oh my god! Come on,
I know it really. The thing is, it was.
That's actually pretty funny.
That's actually pretty funny.
I felt bad about it, but I'm like, well, okay, we got to move. So
The Lincoln Memorial. I've been to the Lincoln Memorial twice in my life.
It's so
and
cool.
and
So cool.
between the ages of 14 and 28, it doesn't stop being imposing.
yeah.
It doesn't stop being monumental to use an uncreative turn of phrase.
Yeah, I got mostly right up to the front of it and stood there looking at it, and it really did kind of flatten me.
It shrinks you, It shrinks you down.
Yeah.
When do you see the Trump Memorial? It's going to be huge.
It's gonna be fucking huge.
It's gonna
It's going to be a giant
huge.
concrete mushroom.
Yeah, it's a giant bagel anus just shitting on America.
They're not. It's going to be made in bronze to reflect his actual skin color, and it's also not going to include his toupee. But
It is going to have his toad dick.
Have you been to Gettysburg?
No, and I was saying that I'd really like to go for a lot of the same reasons that I really appreciated those memorials.
Yeah,
Gettysburg is awesome.
You should go to Gettysburg.
We should go to Gettysburg.
Yeah.
These are two unique but connected experiences. Seeing the Lincoln Memorial and seeing the battlefields of Gettysburg and seeing the cemetery where he delivered his famous address. They're two separate but connected experiences.
Yeah.
And it's like when you see both, it's like this cascade of understanding.
Yeah.
you know?
I can definitely imagine having seen one making the other one a more moving experience.
For sure. Yeah.
But that's my whole recommendation is
Washington,
you should go and
DC.
Go to
see it.
DC.
You should go to DC. Yeah.
I've never been, unfortunately.
I will.
I hadn't
Oh, it's cool.
until
It's very cool.
I will give an anti-recommendation. Don't drive in DC.
Yeah.
No.
DC drivers are the worst I've ever seen in this country.
I was gonna go
I
like
experienced a little bit of that.
They are terrible.
Yeah.
They're aggressive. They're rude, and they don't stop for pedestrian crosswalks.
No.
They are awful.
I was supposed to go in 8th grade.
Also,
as a field
Tom
trip,
Wilson is there.
but when I was in 8th grade, it was 2001, so we didn't go to Washington D.C. that year.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It wasn't a great time.
No.
To take a
Yeah.
busload of kids.
Right.
That was exactly my experience.
Yeah.
We didn't get to go because
Yeah.
fucking Al Qaeda had to go shit on our parade.
Thanks a lot, Al Qaeda.
Thanks, Al
Al.
Qaeda.
You really ruined my
band
field
together.
trip.
To stop these terrorist
went,
killers.
I went.
Now watch this drive.
I went in like 99 or 2000 with my dad,
Yeah.
like before 9/11 happened. So I got to see it
That's gotta be
then.
really weird.
It was strange.
Yeah.
I don't remember too much of it. I remember seeing the Lincoln Memorial. I remember seeing the Washington Monument, and I remember the Smithsonian Air and Space. That's about it. I also remember it was the first time I'd ever been on a subway.
Eat fresh.
Yeah.
Well,
she gets it.
because that's why Jerry got fired.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
He did eat fresh.
A little too fresh.
His boy Elroy.
Didn't wait till it was all the way out of the oven before you.
Yep.
So hey, Dan, what do you recommend?
Ellen Jetson.
I did. Yeah, Ellen. Ellen Jetson.
Never dead name Ellen.
Yeah,
Jetson.
but Jared wasn't into that. Sorry.
Oh God.
At least I don't think so.
I
could
actually
ask
think he
him.
was.
He's into boys, right?
Nope.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think he was into young girls.
Doesn't matter though. Is the point?
We should call him.
We
should call him.
I don't want to call Subway Jared.
We should call him pretending to be his dad and then just be like, hey, you're a disappointment, son.
Hello, it's me, Mr. Brad Fogel. Your dad.
Brad the Dad Fogel.
You turned out
Fogel.
You turned out to be a shitty pedophile, and I hate you forever.
Also, I don't
proud
like
of-
Subway.
You're out of the will.
Your sandwiches gave me diarrhea.
I'm giving the will to the Three Dudes show.
You guys really need it though.
Yeah, we do. But we have this cool new desk that's in here now.
That's true.
It's cool.
It's cool, right? Look at that desk. It's starting to look like a studio.
It's almost like we know what we're doing, but we
Almost.
don't. We don't know what we're doing.
It's just the appearance of that.
We need more vintage beer signs like this.
Yes.
We do.
Yeah.
I wish I would have stolen that Rolling Rock thermometer from Cedars when they were closing it down. It would have been perfect right
Yeah.
around here. Anyway, Dan.
Yeah,
hey,
what's up?
yes.
What you got, Dan?
I'm going to recommend a YouTube channel.
That's it?
And I had to look it up because it's spelled weird.
Okay.
I don't really know how to pronounce it. It's Ray Civic, RAYCEVICK.
RAYCE.
VICK.
All right.
Yeah.
RAYVESICK.
Sure.
RAY.
TEATURE.
Okay, wait.
TODD.
TEAT.
Wait, one more time.
ATAT.
It's RAYCEVICK.
Yeah. He is a guy who makes really cool like video game editorials.
Oh.
Usually they're like 15 minutes long or so. I don't know. Kind of does like just general topics and how
Ray
they, like,
Tice? Wait, hold on.
This is the most painfully drawn out episode in history.
RAYCE
Yes.
VICK.
Yes.
Oh, Racevik.
Yeah, that one.
Race Vic.
Got him.
Ray Civic.
Or racist.
Or Ray Kevik, or I don't know how to say his name.
Okay. Okay.
But he does these really cool like video game editorials about like video games he's played and like how they kind of like fit into where the industry is heading and things like that. He also does these really cool deep dives into like the most impactful video games of his life that are like much longer, like actual kind of like documentary style.
Wow.
Yeah, I see one on here that's Max Payne 3 6 years later.
Yes, so that's like probably
I
his the
fucking love
coolest
Max Payne
series
3.
of his videos is the years later ones.
Yeah.
I stumbled upon it because he did one on the first Mass Effect game,
Yeah.
which I'm a huge fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first Mass Effect was fantastic.
And he did one on
That
the
was-
subsequent two Mass Effect games, and then I think he's planning on doing one for Andromeda, which should be very interesting. But he does like these really awesome deep dives into it. Goes into like every aspect of the game, from the story and who was responsible for writing it and like the music and things like that. And it's really fascinating. I think he does a really great job. I don't know how many subscribers he has or whatever, but I really enjoy his videos a lot. Every time he comes out with a new one, it's like I top of my priority when it comes out.
They look cool.
I would
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
be into that.
He's got a really great like radio voice too, which helps a lot.
We should watch one of these tonight after the cast.
We should.
We should do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do that.
Because YouTube time is going to happen anyway.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Right.
That should be in the list.
Candle. Mashed potato.
Instead of bullshit like that, we should like learn.
Ripper Magoo.
Oh my god.
Ripper Magoo. Yeah.
So Aubrey just sent me a picture. So we made Ted Cruz in Oblivion.
That looks
Oh God.
So how fucked up does your face have to be if you look like yourself in Oblivion?
yeah, he does.
I
That's
think
horrifying.
Ted Cruz is like fetal alcohol syndrome George Bush.
wow.
You're right. He's like impish and malnourished or something.
Right. He's like Voldemort on the back of Professor Quill's head.
We haven't even touched on the best part, which is that he looks just like Kevin from the Office.
He does, yeah. Someone
weird.
swapped their faces, and
Yeah,
I
a
can't tell
little
the
bit.
difference.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah. No, check that YouTube channel out. It's really
Yeah, it
cool.
looks cool.
It does a good job. Highly recommend.
I really like the idea. I like anyone who can take a topic I think I understand and provide a lot of insight on it.
Yeah.
It's like, like the deep dive kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I recently watched Down the Rabbit Hole about Darkside Phil,
Oh, yeah.
who's one of the most toxic.
We've talked about him on here before.
Oh, yeah.
I think.
Yeah, Darkside Phil. He's
He's the guy that's bad at Metal Gear Solid.
I have to pee
Yeah.
before we figure out what we've learned. Sure, I've been hanging it out.
You've been hanging it out.
Get it out.
hanging out
Yeah,
down the street.
Down the stream.
down the street.
Down the stream.
The same old pee we peed last week.
Oh,
We did last leak.
Hey.
So we talked about Darksideville before. It's kind of embarrassing because he gets. I get a bit like him when I get mad at video games.
You get mad at video games.
I get mad at video
You
games.
get too mad at video games.
I
This
get.
is like the time
I
you got
do.
mad at D&D.
I tried to.
The
one
first time I played D&D.
the first time we played D&D when you were that mad.
You got real mad.
Yeah, but to be fair, I didn't know we were supposed to lose that fight. I didn't know we were supposed to lose that one. Like, so I mean, like, I get a little snotty when games don't go my way. I acknowledge that I have an issue with that. I don't like admitting my own failures.
Yeah.
I try to. I've been trying to admit my own failures whenever they come up, but
I do that too, but there's just so many of them. It's
Yeah,
just-
right. I'm overwhelmed
right.
with my failures.
It's like when you just can't handle it anymore, you seek a justification for it, and that's exactly what Darkside Phil does. He lives in that kind of.
Oh, don't let him eat that.
Oh, he's fine.
It's plastic.
Yeah, it's fine. Anyway,
He lives.
it's gonna get around his neck and it'll drown in the water. Good.
He lives in that kind of part of the gamer spectrum where like nothing can possibly be my fault because that means I'm bad at video games and that's an unacceptable condition.
Right.
So
why I don't know what that's like at all.
yeah, it's not an uncommon thing and it's something I've been working on.
To be
I think
honest,
one of the healthiest things in my life is when I realize that I suck at most video games.
Yeah.
And it's like, let's turn this down to easy mode.
Yep.
Let's let it ride.
do it.
out.
There's nothing wrong with playing on easy mode because honestly, you know what? You come home from a long, hard day at work, and sometimes you just want to come home, boot up a video game.
I have a knife upstairs.
Okay. I always cut these apart because
Yeah.
I know the damage they can cause.
There is a knife upstairs if you need one.
But sometimes you just want to come
it a
home
spork
from
knife?
work and you just want to play a game on easy mode and feel like a fucking superhero.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with playing on easy mode. I don't think. But
no,
anyway,
I don't think so either.
but anyway, yeah, that's the thing I'm trying to work on. I know I get way too invested in shit.
Can I
and
tell you, this happened to me the other day. For the first time in a long time, I got genuinely furious at a game. I was playing Stardew. I was in the
Yes.
I was in the mines.
Yeah.
I lost a ridiculous amount of iridium dying in a mine, and I actually went out loud.
you know what? The same thing happened to me. You know what I died to? Fucking magma bats. So immediately after I died, I hit Alt F4 and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna start this day over.
That's what I do every time I die in a mine.
I'm just gonna do that.
It's like I'm not going to
Magma
waste a good luck
bats.
day in the mine.
Magma bats.
Magma bats.
Yeah,
Blue
it's
cheese.
bats
Blue
are bullshit. They are absolute bullshit. I don't want to deal with Stardew Valley bats anymore. But yeah, it's something I'm working on. I know I get shitty when I get upset at games, and I'm working on it. It's a work in progress. I like to feel that I have control of my environment. you know.
right.
I told you, if you guys ever want to see me get very angry, watch me play any of the NCAA games on Heisman mode.
Yep.
Which is like incidentally what I have to play them on to have any kind of challenge at them anymore. Because it's like, like if I play it on like the normal setting, it's like way too easy.
No, I understand completely. I'm the same way with the NBA 2K games.
Yeah.
Or it's like I played on the normal difficulty now, but when like a long time ago, I would play it on the Hall of Fame difficulty mode. And it would be fucking hard as hell.
Thank you.
But, you know, I was using my career thing or whatever, and I would score like 100 points every game and like we would just barely scrape by.
Right.
And it was like a real challenge, but then I was just like, why am I doing this? This is like torture.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Seriously,
I just bought the new NHL game, and I'm gonna go. Like, I started on the normal difficulty, right? So, I think I sent you guys the video of me. Like in the third game of the season, I just fucking leveled Ovechkin.
Yep.
And now he's got broken ribs for 6 weeks. I literally pulled
Say it again,
Zdeno.
but slower.
I'm almost there.
I literally pulled Zdeno Chara off of his defender to just run up and interfere with.
I'm sorry.
And he just
I'm
hit-
sorry.
he
You
hit-
literally pulled Zdeno Chara
Oh,
off.
I would if I had the chance. Believe me.
Just give me an opportunity.
I just put this 6'9" wall in front of the second best scorer in the league and just fucking leveled him.
Yeah.
And it was like I won that game incidentally 6-1, and it's like that's too easy. It's too easy. I have to put the difficulty up because I can't win every hockey game that season.
Like Ben was
That
saying,
would be
that's part of the
stupid.
reason why I play those games is so I can feel like a superhuman.
Yeah, sure.
Or just at least feel competent.
Yeah, I mean,
know,
again,
like-
that's not an unreasonable thing. Like easy mode is not a fucking detriment. It's you know, sometimes you've worked for fucking 8 hours.
Unless
and
you're
you
playing Wolfenstein where it literally makes fun of you for picking easy mode.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you just want to come home and feel like a fucking superhero. There's nothing
right.
wrong with that.
Well,
I don't think.
boys, what did we learn? Because we got to wrap this episode
we
up.
do.
Yeah, we're going on 3 hours here.
Yes, we are.
This is at least our second
Extended version.
our second longest episode ever.
Yeah, seriously. Let's get to the meat of it. Did you cut your finger open with that razor blade?
No, I thought I did. I think it's just the edge of the thing.
You got to edge it a little.
Yeah. No, I'm good. What did we learn?
You'll buy the whole blade, but you only need the edge.
I learned how to count all the way to 55.
You did.
I wrote
We
here,
all did.
shout out to Fulcrum guy.
Yeah, Fulcrum guy, without whom we wouldn't have this collected sounds of farts and burps and
Yeah.
Ugg of
Good on him.
Zorg.
Yeah.
The
Ugg of
first,
Zorg,
the
yeah.
first human to discover technology.
I wrote down simply a naked man in a lawn chair placing a butter knife into his penis.
Why'd you have to bring that
Thanks.
back up?
Because
hey,
Oh yeah, well, how about that guy fucking the McChicken? Think about that shit.
well, hey, how about Diarrhea Dave?
Diarrhea
I got diarrhea,
in the
Dave.
diarrhea Dave.
I wrote down spork knife versus pube G.
I wrote that there is a right and wrong way to jerk off into a pumpkin.
That's true.
That's true.
Do a little class.
We've all learned, yeah.
I wrote here that what is the butthole? What is the butthole but a flesh bagel?
Yep, I wrote that
really
too.
is.
Yep.
Yeah.
I learned that Ellen Jetson is a trans woman.
His boy Ellen.
I wrote Dude Ranch isn't that good.
It's really not.
It's
overrated.
It requires a lot of milking, in fact.
Speaking of milk, I wrote, let me see those milk tanks.
It's so unappealing.
Someone gets off on that for sure.
We have steered our way back into the cow puns.
Yeah, we have.
Oh boy.
We're not going to end the episode.
We've really,
this way
we've
again.
really run these jokes into the ground.
Are you utterly sure about that?
I refuse to react. I'm not going to give you what you want. I'm
We really
not doing
spotted
it.
this episode with them, that's for sure.
I will stonewall you motherfuckers all night.
You can't try to herd us in like this.
Well, whether or not you want to continue with these, I mean, we have to get them out.
I feel like eventually he's going to reach this tipping point.
You guys realize you're making all the same fucking puns as you made last time?
No one's listening to the show. It
Just
doesn't
do it
matter.
again. Let's just do that episode again.
Yeah, right.
Let's run it back. I'm here. Let's do it. I learned that VTech computers are thick with two C's.
Yeah, it's just thick. That's a thick boy.
Like Holstein thick.
Thick.
I wrote here, maybe don't run from the police.
That's a valid.
Maybe don't.
Right.
Maybe don't.
Maybe try not to.
Maybe don't like endanger my life.
Maybe not.
Trying to like get away from like your own fucking warrant.
Yeah.
Because like okay, like Harrison Ford in The Fugitive, like yeah, he ran from the police. He was innocent.
Yeah.
That ain't happening in Youngstown.
No,
I know
you're definitely guilty.
I know
Although
you
I
got
did
like
meet a
3 or
one-armed man
4
yesterday.
warrants.
Yeah, the one-armed man.
I met a one-armed man.
I didn't
yesterday.
kill my wife. I don't fucking care.
I know you've got like 3 or 4 warrants. Don't fucking run from
That's
the
a good
police and
fucking movie.
endanger
That
my
is
life.
a really good fucking movie.
Oh, yeah.
That movie's awesome.
Oh yeah.
The Fugitive?
I didn't
The
kill my
Fugitive.
wife.
I gotta watch.
Fucking real good.
Motherfucker, I don't care.
you-
He did
Tommy
a
Lee
Peter
Jones is-
Pan right off
Not
this
in like
damn.
10 years.
Oh man, I love The Fugitive.
I don't remember.
Anybody else have anything else? I have one more here.
I have one more as well. I
yeah.
wrote head buttable attorney at law.
Headbuttable. Headbuttable.
Ed Buttable.
Marv Miniman. The last one I wrote here is if you're going to review hookers, maybe don't have a girlfriend.
Yeah. Or just like
Or just like don't review hookers.
I
Yeah.
would say just if you're gonna like
The easiest way to pick out a hooker is just to be like, hey.
you just gotta find a girlfriend that's all right with you going out and fucking hookers all
or
the
just
time.
find a girlfriend who's into the
Yeah.
weird shit that nobody else is into.
yeah.
Like putting a pizza on your asshole.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or stuffing Jose Canseco's bat up your ass.
In other words, don't be so bullheaded.
thick.
Cows.
I knew Aubrey was waiting for a chance to say something about cows.
Cows.
I didn't expect it was just going to be cows.
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 Well, I guess it does it, huh?
Yeah, I think we've milked this as long as we could.
We should really move on.
We'll see you on the next episode. I hope what you've heard has been entertaining.
Maybe I won't be there.
Maybe not.
Maybe I won't be.
Dan might not be here next time. I don't know. We've got good stuff coming up next episode. Dave is hosting.
Yeah,
He
that's
is,
right.
Yeah.
Dave is hosting.
That's it.
That's it.
It's
That's
gonna be
That's it.
another episode.
Yep.
It'll be a different one than
Yep.
this one.
We'll fence
Maybe.
off that seat. And we'll graze into the abyss as we move forward with another
Dave will
cows.
cows.
Cows. All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
See you guys.
This is the Dude Cast. Have a nice week. Bye-bye.
Butcher shops.